This is Ryan the Joker Wallace, and you're tuning into the Marcus Deegan Show.
The Marcus Deegan Show! What's the story, guys? Welcome to another episode of the pod. This looks pretty dang familiar to me. Sitting right next to me, my man, the co-host, he's back again. Joker Slap, what's up, brother?
Hey, man, you already know. It was so successful the first time we had to make it better and run it back. So
Absolutely.
Thanks again for having us.
Yeah, man. Of course. There's a difference about you this time. I'm noticing something a bit different. Your aura seems a bit different to last time.
Yeah, I'm here ready to go. I'm competing this time, and then just more confidence, swagger, getting used to it. I mean, Vegas now is seeming like home. So,
what's changed from last time that you were here, as far as with your sport?
I mean, it's obviously the evolution's still growing or whatever, but I'd say change from is more so just the unclarity in rankings and the ability, new faces coming in, the new waves, and so much of the rankings changing and people wanting to make their name and their stakes, and now so many of the weight classes changing and with people dropping up or people moving that weight classes going down. So a lot of things changing, and we're looking forward to it.
What's the feeling like this time around, being back here in Vegas and getting ready to go Powerslap 7?
It's all fun, but at the end of the day, a lot of the guys are ready to handle business, get it all, get up on that stage, prove their points, and show why this is the best sport right now.
So you were right next door just a couple of hours ago. What were you getting done there? What's the process been since you've got here?
Myself, I got in a little bit earlier because I had to get medicals done. So a couple of us had to come in a little bit earlier to get our medicals cleared for the year. But yesterday we hit the Apex, got our equipment, did our interviews, all the backstage stuff, got all the final things done, ready for the card.
When you say get a medical, explain to people that are listening to that. Like, what do you have to get checked to clear for this event?
Yeah, so they from blood, physical,
wow,
eye exams. So they check all the boxes. So
you're right. So you're going in there, and how are you feeling at the moment as far as your fitness?
I personally feel amazing. So my weight's been on. I've been able to kind of just sit back. I've had good coaching and helping. I've been able to just kind of sit back and chill in Vegas, eat what I want, kind of just live it. So
I've seen your Instagram, and you've been training. I see you lifting weights. I see you in the gym all the time with Dwayne.
Yep.
So obviously your mindset is you're in go mode because you need to get this win, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a statement that right now's the time to fucking prove it, and we're gonna come in there. And again, the show's gonna be made. I plan on making my statement, moving up, and showing that you can talk the talk, but walk it too. Don't just you want to be from both avenues, strong on the offense, but can take the defense as well.
How's been your like the response from fans and people about you doing this sport? What's the ratio to positive to negative?
Same as anything.
Same as anything, right?
I mean, you're gonna get that. Everything comes with hate, but a lot of people that say the same thing, love it or hate it, you still click it.
Yeah.
It's still the most viewed thing going right now. It's the hottest thing. I mean, when there's a Powerslap event on,
the tickets were gone.
Yeah.
Tickets were gone straight away.
Yep.
There was no tickets available. Luckily, I'm going to be doing a live stream here on Friday night, so hopefully you'll be able to pop in and out throughout the night.
Yep, the plan is I will
go over there, get that win.
Over. Yep, and then I'm going to pop back over and make an appearance.
That's going to be awesome. So we got a few of the boys in the house today, a couple that I've never met before, but they seem like pretty cool guys. But there is one guy that I have met before. He's like, I feel like I could be his dad even. He's that fucking young. He's changed his hair a bit. He looks like he's put on a bit of beef, maybe got a couple more tattoos.
Maybe.
Welcome to the podcast, Chris Debo.
How's it going, man?
What's up, buddy?
Dude, same shit as ever, you know?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
I'm glad that you're back here again.
Oh, yeah. Just because you're not competing doesn't mean you shouldn't show up.
That's so awesome. So are you going to be in at the Apex?
No.
So you're going to be in here with me then, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. We'll be live streaming it from here in Studio A. So what's going on? How does it feel when you're here around people that are competing in your sport and you're still not competing? That's got to drive you crazy, right?
Yeah, it can drive you up a wall at some point, but then I think about it and I was like, last year was the first set of live events and I got 1, 2, 3, and then I went on the show. So I was kind of spoiled for like every 2 months being able to do something. So now that they're building up a fuller roster, then you can only expect that you're gonna miss a couple of events. So I'm not mad at it, and you got to still show up and see what everyone's doing. And
so they've added a few fights to the card.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you know anything about that?
Yeah.
And how come your name wasn't on that card, Debo?
I don't know, man. It's not my decision. It would be if it was.
However,
Brian?
the gentleman sitting next to him can answer a little bit more into that.
Well, hang on. Which one? The one that looks like he's been punched in the face before he got here.
No, it's the one that we had to move the seat all the way to the highest setting so we could see him at the table.
Hey, listen.
At least I got my hair, buddy.
Oh, is he on the same team as you?
Huh?
Is he on the same team?
Wait, are you in blue corner?
No, I'm in black.
All right, fuck you.
You're in black. Introduce yourself and tell us who you are, brother.
How you guys
Get on
doing?
that mic.
I'm Joe Landman. They call me Slappy Joe.
They call you Sloppy Joe.
It's Slap.
Oh, Slappy Joe.
Slappy Joe.
I was going to say.
Depends on who you ask.
Well, because like Sloppy Joe is a food over here, but sloppy in Australia is like loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not that.
I mean, I know a couple things got to be loose. But
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your story, man. Make sure you jump right on that mic. Tell us a little bit about your story and like how you got into the game and why weren't you here last time? Is this your first time around? Give us a bit of an update.
This is my 5th match. I was in season 2 a couple months ago. But I mean, I started it last year because I was just watching on TikTok and I thought the shit was cool.
Yeah.
My sister actually signed me up. She like forced me to, and I got a call. I was like shocked about it. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah.
Now, did you do it out of because you're just a fucking crazy cunt, or did you do it because you knew that you had a good jaw and that you could slap people hard?
I just wanted to slap someone.
Really? Had you slapped people prior to being in Powerslap?
Yes.
Like.
Oh yeah, that's my big favorite move in the fight is going in for a slap. You know?
And you had a lot of success with that.
Oh yeah, people don't like getting slapped. No one likes getting slapped.
Is that
So
the only?
disrespectful.
Yeah, is that the only
Yeah,
combat
then there's a
sport?
sport.
Yeah, right. Now it's a sport. Have you done any kind of combat sports before?
I wrestled for school, but that was it. Never did jiu-jitsu, MMA, nothing like that.
Is that something that you would want to do, or you just want to stick with?
I ain't flexible.
You're not flexible.
That's why I slap people. I don't fight them.
Yeah, and kind of what's happened to your life since you became a slap fighter?
Fucking Christ, I got another kid doing it,
And that was because of slap fighting?
I think so. Gave me more love.
There you go.
Yeah. So you had another kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're young. What are you, like 24?
Nah, I'm 25. I'll be 26.
Oh, shit, the boys.
And my
John
coach.
Davis.
Holy shit, Davis is here as well.
And we got 3 seats left. Look
What's
at
up, my
that.
guy? Hey, brother, how are you?
That's my coach.
Blackburn.
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
How are you, mate?
What's
up,
up, John?
brother?
Doing all right.
How are you, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the podcast. We were just making our way around the table and saying g'day to
John?
everyone. The champ is here.
Yeah, baby.
What's up, buddy? Whack those headphones on, boysies.
Let's go. We're just,
John.
Guys, look who just rocked in here. Look at this shit.
Hey, there you go. I can't reach you, but hey.
Oh, we're here, baby. What's up, baby? Sticky Paw
King has
Studio.
arrived.
Here he is, King Ryan. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you too,
I'm
brother.
fucking happy that you came in, bro.
I'm happy to be here, man. Thanks for having us again.
Absolutely. After the amazing performance that you put on last time, we had to get you guys back in here again. It was just fucking sensational. We had the best time that I even had to bring my good mate Tommy Gunn, who is not a slap fighter. He has slapped a few things in his day.
Cheek slapper.
He's a cheek slapper, but in a different realm. Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Gunn. Welcome, Tommy Gunn, to the podcast. Thank you for being here, Tom. Okay, so let me ask you this, Tommy. As being someone that was new into Powerslap, what was it about it that made you go, fuck, I really like this? Because once I showed it to you, you liked it straight away.
Well, it seems like that's what happens. It's these cats are very, sports. These guys are definitely athletes.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it takes a pair of cojones to get up there because I can't imagine just sitting there waiting to get fucking slapped.
You don't got to be that big to go up there, trust me.
Yeah, well, it's. I think what happens is where a lot of the, like, I get a lot of positive.
Yeah.
But the negative that I get is people think that it's ridiculous because they say there is no defense in Powerslap. Champ, what would you say is the best defensive power slap?
That's the GOAT right there,
Yep,
baby.
man.
Middleweight GOAT, John Davis.
John Davis, welcome to the pod. Thank you for coming in, brother.
Thank you very much for having me.
Jump on that mic.
Oh, we need to get him one.
Oh, no,
Whoa, what
passing
happened,
passing
bro?
that one for
He
one
must have
sec.
ate it.
He ate the mic.
He ate it. Yeah, he's such an animal, man.
I got too hungry. No, I'd say the best defense. I mean, everyone has their own little ways of being able to do stuff, but the best defense is just going up there and not being afraid that you may or may not get knocked out. If you can get past that fact beforehand and already know that, like, you're risking it for the biscuit when you go up there. If you're not prepared to go up there and do that, then you don't belong up there, and you're going to have a really bad day in the office.
Facts.
So once again, it's all about your mindset.
Sensational.
It's all about mental. It's mental, right, John?
Oh yeah, you know, if you're not prepared to go out there and do that, or possibly have the exact same thing done to you, and you're gonna have a problem beforehand. You're gonna doubt yourself from the beginning, and then no matter what you've done when it comes to workouts, when it comes to specific, like I said, little tips that when you can roll with it, however people it is that have their own ideas for having defense, it is there. It's all in. It's not like every other sport that you have right now where someone can go in and break down defense like this. Like we are making it happen as we're doing this from event to event. We're learning each time. Everyone's picking what works for them, what doesn't work for them, making camps and really starting to build even more than what we can't build the social media aspect anymore of that because it's already blown up on its own. But it's on us to tighten up the sport and make so we're competing by the rule set and really pushing it as far as we can.
Do you think
Professionals.
do you think that's because there is so much negativity that gets thrown at you guys? Do you think that making it, I mean, it's a professional outfit, don't get me wrong, and it is, and until you actually watch the sport and realize that it is, where does the negativity come from? Is it because people just don't know about it?
They're jealous.
Yeah, that, and the negativity comes from the fact that people can sit behind their phone or their computer, type this, that, and the other about whoever they want, and there's no repercussions.
Corey Corbin.
with that. I'm not name dropping today, but I'm just saying it's easy to hide behind technology
and if you
and get away with talking smack about something that you don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to take the time to learn about not just the sport, but the people in it and why we're doing it and what's going on, then your opinion matters zilch at all. If you're a true fan, awesome. Thanks a lot.
I agree.
See, he knows what he's talking. See, this has got to be the ambassador for Powerslap. I'm telling you right now.
The king brings the people, man, and the people have spoken.
Yeah, the people have spoken. How you doing anyway?
I'm doing fantastic.
What's been going on in your life since last time I saw you getting slapped and fucking taking it like an absolute champ?
Yeah, just, living the dream, hanging out with the boys.
Yeah.
And, as you can see, hanging out with greatness, man. Just kicking it real heavy, being the king, wearing crowns now. It's not going to stop. The kingdom's rolling, baby.
I see you all over social media doing a lot of press. See you doing a lot of podcasts. Has that all changed since the last...
I mean, I've been doing it ever since, man. They caught on to the Wolf fight, and the Wolf fight pushed me into the mainstream pretty heavy, and I was on the, TBS site as the face, and kind of fell off because I blew my arm out. That injury took me out for a while, so I wasn't in the spotlight. But here I am now, man. I'm making up for lost time, going for that championship belt with the bell, the wind chime, the summer's breeze. I can't wait to feel it, and I'm going to put him on his ass. And I'm about to have that belt. I'm going to have it here in the Sticky Paw studio with you, Marcus.
I can't wait. Is there any room for doubt in your mind? Like, is there any part of you guys that goes, fuck? Does that happen to you at all? Like, you are human beings. You are human. Does that ever happen?
For me, right now, no. I feel good. There's electricity through my blood right now. I'm hyped up. I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm on a 2-hour hangover, whatever.
Hangover.
Whatever it's called, you know what I mean, with the time zones.
Layover.
Yeah.
Hangover, layover.
Jet lag.
I'm lagged up, see, as you could tell. So,
I'm bricked up.
But, bricked up? Damn, boy. Yeah, Cooper the House, man. This is my new favorite guy right here. I like
So introduce yourself, bro, and tell us what your story is. We're gonna make our way around here eventually. Yeah, man. Welcome to the podcast. First of all, nice to see you. Introduce yourself and tell us what your deal is, my guy.
Cooper the House Housley. I'm the first pro wrestler that Powerslap signed.
Whoa.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about your pro wrestling. Like, what kind of wrestling? Like Hulk Hogan type wrestling, or really WWE kind of stuff?
That kind of stuff, yeah.
Really?
All up and down the East Coast, yes, sir.
Wow, that's awesome. And has that something that pushed you into this sport, or?
Yes, because
Jump on that mic.
oh, sorry. Yeah, that and Brian Dozier was he was one of the first people in one of the first couple shows that they did, and I went to high school with him, and I saw him doing it. I was like, well, people always say what I do is fake. Let me go actually hit somebody and find out.
Yeah.
Big shout out,
Big
Brian
shout out
Dozier.
to the bowl.
Yeah.
The bowl.
It's funny that they say that it's fake because, I mean, I look at some of these guys jumping from pretty high heights and landing on their back. That's got to fucking
That's real
hurt.
as
Oh yeah, it sucks.
You can't get much more. I mean, obviously it's planned, it's scripted, but it's not fake.
Yeah, I've fallen off ladders, gotten thrown into them, done all that stuff. Weapons. The chairs hurt worse than you'd think they would.
Really?
Over the back, especially.
He says,
Never had a chair over the back.
remind me.
Never had a chair over the back personally, but it sounds like fun. So what's going on? Yeah. So what's
He
happening?
just told you no. It's not fun.
What's happening with you this weekend?
This weekend, I'm fighting Stevie Ray Payne
Yep.
in the heavyweight division.
Okay. And what's your experience with Powerslap?
I was at Powerslap 3. I got it was a win by DQ. I got knocked out in the second round.
You did?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And does that put any kind of cloud over your confidence when you know that that's happened to you before, or you just know it just comes with the sport?
I mean, a win's a win, so it's
Yeah.
one of those things where I looked at it as I still got paid like I won,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I got pretty much the worst thing that can happen is you get knocked out. So I got a fun little combination of the two, so I'm not too worried about it at this point.
Okay, so that was with, obviously he clubbed and knocked you out. Is that how the DQ went?
Oh, he stepped like hell.
Oh, he
on
stepped
that.
and clubbed.
That dog was a nutcase, dude.
Yeah.
Even in the
Jumped
house, the way
through
he
it,
screams
bro.
all, I'm like, dude, just chill the fuck out. It's like he's on Adderall 24/7, bro.
Who is this? Lorenzo?
Yeah, Lorenzo.
Oh shit.
Then he hurt his little elbow.
Yeah, you should have went in with the left.
That's
but,
what I
hey,
said.
it's
Yeah, I was like, I would have went in there with my hand cut off.
Yeah,
You know
you
what I'm
missed
saying?
the
Like,
paycheck and
I had a
everything.
broke thumb on my first one, and I was just like, throw a bum one before I throw a left, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, so you broke your thumb in your first slap?
You should be
No,
training with
before-
both anyway.
Oh, beforehand.
Yeah, before the match, I was just
Yeah.
like, well, I'm gonna let it ride.
Yeah. So what's like as far as actually, John, you probably because you've been with the sport for a while now. Have you seen a lot of growth happening in Powerslap over the last few cards?
Absolutely. You know, if you go back to the beginning when it was just the very, very beginning. Where
No
we started
holds
out.
barred.
Yeah, no, they were figuring out what a rule set was to even make.
Yeah.
So from then to one was a lot of leaps and bounds for safety reasons, obviously. And then after that, it's definitely become tighter and tighter with the rule set and how they're watching the instant clips that they're able to do with the commission going over. You know, everything really being taken care of as for the judging in between rounds to make sure if there is an issue or an infraction anywhere, they catch it and things go the way they're supposed to.
And that only just adds to the professionalism of the sport when people just see how regimented it is now, and you know that the commission's involved and the rule set. There is a definite rule set, and I mean, I talked about this last time. There's a huge skill to being able to generate power from your upper body without moving your feet. People don't realize that, and also to be able to stand there without flinching. There's definitely an art to it, right? And I think that people kind of don't realize that this is a sport now. You guys are athletes, and there's an art to it.
Oh, 100%.
I can't remember who it was. You might be able to correct me on this. And I did see where the first time I saw a little bit of different technique in Powerslap was the guy that slapped like he was throwing a baseball. I can't remember who it was. He kind of. Do you guys remember?
You know who I'm thinking of?
It was
At the very beginning.
Tony Hama.
Yeah.
Bro, this guy Tony Hama, he was like the Dragon Ball Z guy. You know what I mean? His fighting style was Dragon Ball Z. And he was coming in here, he's like, I'm gonna throw a spirit bomb at this guy. And we're like, bro, that's not the type. Bro, you guys didn't meet this guy because he was at the qualifier, so this is a funny story. So there's this guy, remember Tony Hama?
Yeah.
He was trying to do a slap, and he was like, I'm gonna throw a spirit bomb. We're like, what the hell are you talking about?
What is that?
So his slap literally was, whoa, like it was like it was like Gumby hand, bro. It was like flying all over the place. So he was hitting the power cube, and we're like trying to teach him. He's like, nah, we got it. He went up against Static AJ. AJ knocked his ass out. And he threw that. He actually had the coin toss first, and he threw that wacky tacky shit, and it just like bounced. It ricocheted off of AJ's face, and he just laughed and just knocked him out in like 2 seconds.
And then that's when his life changed once he realized that wacky tacky shit didn't work.
Oh, he was like, it was really bad though. It turned dark. Like he went like,
You're a phony.
Well,
I'm a
this
big fat phony.
he was like in his room. He's like, I don't know what happened, man. He's like, I just can't believe I got knocked out. And we're like, Yeah.
Yeah, who was real? Who was being real with him and saying, "Listen, mate"?
It was me, Dorian. I mean, it was like the greats. Like we were all telling him like that's not gonna work. Because he was hitting the power cube and the things were at like 12,000. I'm hitting like 40,000, 50,000. And like,
he was hitting 12,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you know you're not cut for the sport, right?
Yeah. Well, he hasn't been back ever since. But man, that was the best technique slap I've ever seen. It was like da-da-da!
So you're advising against any kind of kung fu moves during power slap, like just stick to the,
I mean, unless you're throwing a roundhouse kick, you know, and getting disqualified. No, I don't say don't do that.
Yeah. Brother, let's get an introduction over here. Old mate's sitting over there. He hasn't said g'day or anything and told us what his story is. Welcome to the show, brother. Thanks for coming on. We haven't officially met, but I appreciate you coming in. Tell us your name and what's going on.
Appreciate it, Marcus. Thank you. I'm Anthony Babyface Blackburn out of Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, shout out to D, man.
And where's the Babyface nickname come from?
Yeah.
So And you did call out my black eye earlier, so this is where the story stems from. I'm looking at the nickname on the worksheet, and I always thought it was either going to be Black Eye Blackburn or I'm shaving my fucking face because I'm not going to be a fucking beard haver, and I'm going to be Babyface. So that's where it was.
Hey, okay.
I like Black shave tonight. Fuck.
He just made that up last night, but okay.
I like Black Eye. I like Black Eye. That was a good one.
Black Eye Blackburn would have been all right because it's permanent. You know, it's not going to go away without some kind of corrective surgery. So I'm not really worried about it. I'd rather look tough than go get some shit and have an eye patch for 6 weeks. Probably. I'm not going to do that. No.
No, an eye patch would look kind of cool.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
I think an eye patch would look cool there, Babyface.
They call me Blackburn.
I definitely would have to take like a break from Powerslap if I had any kind of corrective surgery now. So
what's your journey with Powerslap? Where did it come from? How long's it been going? And what's happening with you this weekend?
I started at Powerslap 1. I was on the prelims, the pre-recorded prelims for Powerslap 1. I had signed up on Facebook, of all places.
Wow.
Scrolling on my phone, I was hungover on a Saturday, feeling really crappy, honestly. I was feeling like crap and like scrolling. And
crap as in physically or mentally?
Both.
Yeah.
Dude, like just really feeling down and stuff. And I came across the Powerslap ad and it was calling me out, you know what I'm saying?
It was yelling at you.
The title said, "Do you got what it takes?" Like,
ooh.
So I was like, put all my information. It took like 2 seconds on my phone, submitted, and was like, they'll never call me. But I can say I did it, I can say I put my shit in, and I'm not scared to hit enter on the computer, And then I'm getting emails from Erica and text messages, "Hey, will you send me a demonstration of your slap?" And then that's where my journey began.
And had you ever slapped anything or anyone prior to that?
Not a real slap, not a full slap, and I've never been in a fight. So, but prior to Powerslap was my first time getting hit in my face.
And what did you learn about yourself from that first smack in the face?
Whoa.
That I'm a dog because I KO'd on my
yes.
Facts.
Dude, I was his coach, and he was KO'd the entire match, and it was insane. This guy is a dog.
What do you mean he was KO'd the entire match?
Like, he came over to the corner, and he was like, but he's still standing. I was like, okay, man. I breathe. And I was like, all right, get back up there. And his KO was actually a buzzer beater. It was like the only one in Powerslap so far, I think.
That's been thrown that late. He did 2 back-to-back shots on the buzzer.
Yeah, I got yelled at by Hunter because of it, but I was like, that was awesome, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
I believe they changed the rules because of that.
Yeah, they did something.
Interesting.
Okay, so just briefly explain that for people that didn't miss it. Explain exactly how that went down. So the buzzer.
Yeah, so you get a 30-second. Well, at the time it was 30 seconds. Now it's a full minute.
I was going to say, isn't it a minute?
Yeah. But it used to be 30 seconds. You had 30 seconds to get up, or 30 seconds to take the hit, to recover, and then 30 seconds with your coach, and then get back up. And it was 1 second left, and he threw it at the second, and it went burn, and then as it went burn, he hit him in the face, and the dude got KO'd to Tokyo.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was pretty.
It
cool.
was so awesome. It's actually one of my favorite matches ever, and it was the first match I've ever coached.
I still love you, Jay.
I do not remember either.
When did you actually remember was it later,
So-
a couple hours later, or how does it work?
Right after our matches get over, we go right backstage, and at that time it was right to the medicals. They check you out, make sure you're good. You got to sign your name on paperwork, and they show you, like, make sure you acknowledge everything, make sure you read it when they go over it, and you sign off on it. So I signed my paperwork, my signature at home. I still got the paperwork. It looks good as fuck.
But you don't
It doesn't
remember.
say like somebody else's name or like.
No, it's
Oh my God.
it's really good, honestly. Like, for my signature, I'm not really good at cursive. And it was probably a speedy
Kind
one,
of like
too.
a test of your.
So you do
cognitive.
that, and then we met Dana. I took a picture with Dana and Jimmy. He's got his arms around us, and he's in the middle, you know. And then I remember getting paid after that, and I had my bag over my shoulder because they were sending us right back to the Palace Station Hotel after they kicked us right out. And I was looking down at my checks. Brian Dozier was in the transport van, and I'm looking down, and I'm like, the fogginess just kind of lifted, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? So I get on the bus, and I'm talking with Brian. He's like, dude, that was insane. And yeah, that was my first
awesome.
Power Slap experience, my first time getting hit.
And look how fucking happy you
Wow,
are to be
right?
back. That's what I love about
yeah.
you. Look at the smile on your face.
Savage. I love
Right?
it. Yeah, he's good.
So now fast forward a year later, now I took this call 25 days ago, and I'm fighting the former champion.
And what's your situation? Where are you from?
I grew up in Wyandotte, Michigan, which is a little bit south of Detroit, about 15-minute drive.
Are you married?
south.
You got kids and stuff?
Single, no kids.
No kids.
So this is perfect for me, right?
Well, I mean, as long as it doesn't go down the same way that it went down the first one, I reckon it's going to be great.
No,
And- no, I've been-
Babyface has a hell of a chin, man. He's been taking them and now no more knocked out.
Does he have a Debo chin?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
no, yeah, very
Ooh,
comparable.
absolutely.
He didn't, very comparable. Dude, he didn't fall on his ass. Like he went out on his feet. I got knocked on. He went out on his feet. I got knocked down, and I was rocked the rest of the match, and I like soldiered through it. But it's the same thing, except he kept his balance. So I know he's like it's a rock.
He's got it.
It's comparable, absolutely.
Yeah. And I suppose knowing that in yourself has also got to be a little piece of armor that you can flick on, right? Hang on a minute. I know I've got a fucking decent chin here. This might be an issue for you. If you don't get me the first time round, you're fucked.
Well, it's not really so much as I came in unexperienced as hell. Like, I've never done anything physical. I was really physical in football, wrestling, very competitive in nature. You know, all sports. I can do pretty much any ball and cup or whatever fucking sport you throw in my face, whatever.
Tetherball?
2 balls, 1 cup.
Did you do tetherball?
2 girls, 1 cup. So.
I meant my kendama, but so I've it stemmed from that. My competitiveness is what I really ultimately got into kendama or Power Slap for.
And then that was going to be my next question. From a year ago till now that you're about to go and do it all again, what's the main thing that's changed for you?
Okay, so that first fight was pretty much off the couch. I was we were fighting middleweight that fight, but we weighed in maybe mid 170s.
Yeah.
So that was not really a huge diet thing. I haven't started dieting really yet. Still really drinking heavily. I was working at a sprinkler fitting shop when I signed up. So that was really wrenching on stuff, carrying heavy pipe. Mm-hmm. So I was pretty big back then. When I signed up, I think I was 200.
Really? Wow.
A little bit more out of shape and stuff. So now I have a trainer that I went to high school with, and now we're both the same age, 33. He does physical training for a profession out of his garage, has a full setup and everything. Coaches youth sports, and we developed a slapping routine where we go and do compound workouts with, bands, resistance, cable machines and stuff like that. Really explosive movements a lot. We're doing some weird kind of
weird things that you wouldn't normally see someone that's bodybuilding or in the gym doing.
So specific to your sport, I'd say, right? Things that are going to give you the advantage. What would some of those exercises be, John Davis? Like, what would some of those main exercise?
Can I jump in real quick and
Absolutely.
make a point from what he just said? Every one of these guys, if you look back a year ago, has changed, man. I'm looking at Joe right now, bro. This guy is a completely changed man from the first time I met him. Debo as well. I mean, you look at these guys. Even this guy, he lost like 120 pounds,
Yeah,
right?
I saw that, yeah.
John Davis was a heavyweight when I met him. He got palm thrusted right in the face by Dorian Perez. You know, all these guys, they've changed, man. This power slap is a movement. You know, it's not. It's more than a sport, man. This is something that's, you know, very serious, and it's endearing, and it's, you know, it's changing people's lives. You know, and you know, I'm looking around the room and I'm impressed, man. These guys are killing it. You know,
I love that. I love that you support your brothers like that. That's very well said.
Yeah.
You know, and I respect that a lot. That being in an organization like this, maybe does it make you want to be better?
100% every day. Every single
Absolutely,
day.
especially when you bring the aspect of wanting to have that professionalism on your side. When no matter how you are or how the crowd views you, you are out there doing exactly what it is you want to do, and pushing yourself and wanting to make this as big as possible of an opportunity getter for you to be. And that's what everyone. You know, if you don't take the opportunity and try, you'll never know. And if none of us had ever tried to come out and do this, a lot of our lives would be a whole lot different. And I'm assuming a whole lot more mundane and very bland.
Absolutely.
And unfulfilled.
Absolutely, and I'll piggyback off that. Yesterday, you know, at the Apex, just, you know, when we were there, some of the people that we were able to meet.
Like Charlie
amazing.
Olives was there.
You know, like there's a bunch of people. So, but where I was getting at, you know, I have people back home, you know, friends that I grew up with, like, yo, homie, look at you shine. You know, like, did you think that a year ago? You know, so that's cool.
And that aspect alone is what I really love about Powerslap, because a lot of the guys that I've spoke to are just regular fucking dudes, man.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Have been given a great opportunity, and you know, and if you're smart, right, John, if you're smart with this opportunity, you can capitalize on it. You can put yourself in the public eye, and hopefully make some money, you know, doing it. But really, what it's about. I mean, obviously, it's about helping your family and stuff like that. But I believe it's what it makes you feel like inside, what it does for your spirit, and what it does for you as a man. That feeling is. You can't buy that. You can't. And a lot of men will never get to feel that. And a lot of men fucking strive for that feeling, you know, a feeling of wanting to be part of something special, accomplishment, right? Professional recognition, those kind of things, whether you say it or not, all men want that. And you guys are getting it.
It makes you feel like you have a third leg. After you win. When I knocked out my guy back in August, I walked around, dude, my dick was the biggest ever. They called me tripod. I walked around with chest pumping.
Some of us don't have to do Powerslap to have that feeling, but anyway, continue.
You try being 5'6",
Marcus. I do want to shoot though, because we haven't really we got stuck introing and everything. But comments, any comments, questions from the fans?
Yeah.
Any viewers? We'd love to dip in and.
Well, can I say something too? That you said that, you know, we're all normal guys, but, you know, honestly,
no, and I use that term loosely. I meant it as in, yous aren't okay. See the oxymoron of it.
Warriors up in here, though. You know, they're gladiators. You know, these guys go up there and they're saying, "Hey, hit me in the face. I'm eating it. I'm giving it back. You know, I want that ranking. I want that belt." You know, we're not just here, and especially all these guys at the table. I feel like these guys are some of the best in the history of the sport already.
Yeah.
And you know, even look at John Davis, man. This guy is unbeatable right now. He you know, and he's the first ever, you know, a champ right now. He's just holding it down. Each one of these guys has the ability to be a champion in this room. You know, Blackburn's going up against the next champion. I feel like he has the best chance, you know, and it's just, you know, we're warriors at heart. We might be normal on the outside, but in the inside, we're absolute beasts.
And in no way, shape, or form did I mean that in any kind of way to minimize
the tears
what
were coming. I saw
to minimize what you guys do. What I should say is you're so relatable to people that watch the sport for one, and just from what I've met, from what I've seen, very, very relatable. But you are that 1% that there's
We're
only
just
1%.
some normal guys, I think of it sometimes.
Oh, Logan.
Just nah.
Here's a normal guy.
No, we're normal guys, and the hair just slightly better than normal guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Debo's that normal guy. Look at him.
What's going on with you over there, Debo? You haven't said much.
Man, I don't know what there is to say.
Yeah.
I'm just letting the guys who actually have matches talk. I'm here vibing.
But are you happy to be here as a supportive agent of Powerslap?
Dude, you have to be. Like, if people who show up and they're in bad moods and shit, I don't get it. Like, this is a vacation for me, and I get to hang out with the people that... Like, I got, 2 friends back home that I actually kick it with. I got, 50 people in Powerslap that I can talk to.
I can't actually ever see him being angry or pissed off because he's got a permanent semi-grin on his face, non-stop.
It's only for 5 minutes on the stage. I'll be pissed off a little bit, and then after that, I'm smiling.
And then it goes away. All right, sorry, guys. I'm just trying to...
That was nice.
You get Debo's ass in front of the game, though.
Yeah, no, yeah. You catch me on the game, and I'll be bitching.
Yep.
No. All right, so I'm going to have to...
Comments from the chat. Let's go. Where you at?
We got some... Can you see any of the comments up there, my lovely engineer?
I didn't either.
Yeah, we have lots of facts. I got to shout out Debo, you're Super Saiyan.
He's in the mode now. Look at him.
Casper Field says, I was 195 signing up, and I walk at champ weight now. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that is cool.
I'm going to read through some more for you.
Yeah, no, read through them all for us so I don't have to keep going back and forth on the
Shout out Casper, Uncle Drew, baby.
Yeah.
Goddamn dog.
Let's see. Rambo's in the chat.
What's up, Rambo?
What up, Ram?
Watch out, Ryan got you the BK crown. Oh,
yeah, Burger King. Hey, don't have a Whopper now.
Hey, was someone being a smartass then?
Yeah, it just bounces off me.
Get your ass down here and get your face slapped, candy boy!
Yeah, come on down, baby.
You suck.
All right, let's go.
Donna says, hi, Tommy. Your girl is in the house. Love you.
Oh, Tommy Gunn.
Hey, Tommy, with a shout out.
Do you know who that is, Tommy?
A little.
A little bit. Just the tip. Yeah.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Cheek slapper.
What else we got over there?
Well, she also says she loves Tommy's posts with all my heart.
Aww.
She always send him positive vibes and thoughts when times are rough and when they're not. So that's very nice.
That's very sweet. Very sweet.
If any of you have any questions for the guys here, just post them and we'll be happy to reach out to you guys and comment.
Yeah.
That's all we got so far.
That's all right.
Most of it's love. Lots of love for you guys.
That's all for Tommy fucking Gunn.
Love you.
He must have a giant cock or something.
I know. I'm about to get those questions now, dude.
Yeah.
How big's Tommy Gunn's dick?
Well, you can go on.
It's all camera angle.
Is it all about the angle?
Yeah, camera adds 10 inches.
Don't you own like a big ass apocalypse tank?
Hey, he brought it here for you guys today. It's
here for us.
So after the podcast, we can go out and take some photos with that. Yeah, he built this thing.
Yeah.
Right around the city and caused some mayhem.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Have you heard about it?
No.
Do you know who Tommy Gunn is?
I can't say that I do until this moment.
Can we all just get on, Powerslap trip on top? Just fucking take us down.
Well,
I'm telling you,
we talked
the
about.
problem is up there. If you get knocked out, you fall off to 13 feet to the ground.
Yeah, you're dead. You fall off that thing, you're dead.
Yeah. It's a fortress. Oh,
Can you imagine doing a power slap
on top of it while it's flying down the strip?
No,
Sass Billy went through my time.
Well, maybe moving too, right?
That sounds like
interesting.
fun. Yeah.
Sass Billy fell 35 feet off a roof and survived that one.
Jeez.
Who did?
Hold it, power
Sass
slap
Billy.
8 on the rooftop.
James Stoney, he's fighting this weekend. He fell 35 feet off a roof.
What did he land on?
A rosebud, like a rose bush stump.
Well, when
Oh
you're
my
6'5" and 270 pounds, it's gonna feel like landing on a pillow probably for his
He's got a
head.
beer belly, bro. He probably bounced off
he
the
probably
ground,
bounced
bro.
like an exercise ball and rolled a little bit.
Who are we talking about here? Do I know this person?
No, he hasn't been here.
He's gonna sleep Corey
Go to
Corbin's
any
bitch ass this
3-card
weekend. Is who
poker.
that is?
Now, is there any animosity between? Is it all? Oh, okay. Come on, Ryan Phillips. Let's go. We want to know. I saw your face.
I don't know if I could talk about
Yeah, you can.
Grab his dick and twist it.
So listen, this is
You twist
Joe,
that
you've been
dick.
having stuff to
this
say.
is what these
though, too.
podcasts are
I
about.
hate that fat fuck.
You can say whatever you want.
All right. Well, I mean, dude, he was walking out the gates, and this dude, he hasn't shown up for 2 fights. So, well, he showed up, but then he would back out of these fights.
The second one, he didn't even show up at all.
Yeah, and he faced off against our boy Brian Dozier, and he got scared, but
Another shout out. Woo, woo.
yeah. Whoop, whoop. But he came out, so I don't like this guy, and he's got me on block, and he's talking shit behind my back, and people are screenshotting his stuff and sending it to me, so I know what he's saying, all this jazz. And he came out the gates, he said something. I think he said, "What's up, big man?" I think he was actually trying to be cool, but I was like, you're a big fucking F-bomb, the FAG one.
Yeah.
And he was walking away. He was like, "After I beat this guy, I'm gonna beat you." And I was like, "You're not even going to be here. This isn't the internet, you know what I mean? Like, stop talking, run your mouth, trying to be Big Billy Bass, you know?" And he said, "What are you going to do about it?" So I charged his ass. You know, I came head-to-head with him, busted him like a ram, pushed him back a good football field, and then we broke apart. And I think he keeps saying he slapped me, but it might have been the light mosquito bite that was on my shoulder. I don't know. But he had absolutely no power. We squared up in the lobby. All of a sudden, it was like, before there's no one there, but afterwards it was like
everyone was around.
All of a sudden everyone was there,
cameras out,
screaming like, "Oh!"
Now this just happened.
Yeah, this was last night.
Fuck, I missed it.
I know, dude. You don't fuck with me, bro. I'm from the mean streets of Lorraine, bro.
Lorraine,
Ohio, boy.
Ohio. Now I suppose, like, plus when you're in that mindset, you're here for Powerslap. You're here to compete. You're here to win. You're here to get that strap.
It's the week, brother.
You can't fuck with you at all, right?
I mean, you can fuck with me, but you got to be the right person, you know. Like Slap for Cash and me, we bust each other's balls, you know. He was supposed to drive us here, but I don't take him seriously, so I drove myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but no, I mean, it's just Corey Corbin. He's a cornball. He's talking shit, and he's got me on block. You know, it doesn't get more bitch made than that. And I showed him who's boss.
Yeah, you got to not block people so they can see what's going on, and then that way you can, keep up the fucking verbal assaults online with each other.
He won't answer me.
Why does he not like you? He doesn't like you either?
I know you. I texted him too.
I messaged him the first one, the big paragraph on the top. I said, "I heard you have medicals, but you're not going to show up anyway if you lose the coin toss." Didn't fucking answer me. It's annoying.
Hey, Makini Manu just joined the chat, boys.
Hey, big man.
Who smiles? Do we know who that is?
Nope.
Well, hang on. Someone's
read it.
Smiles dentist wants. All right, okay, let's go.
You want to do some dental work? Let's go.
Free dental work.
All right, I've given you the okay to come on in, but yep. All right. So, what about sponsorships for you guys? Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Are we getting any sponsors? Are sponsors?
Jaws are size.
Jaws are size. Yeah, that needs to be a sponsor of Powerslap for
I
sure.
myself have not, but
they're supposed to be
let's
already.
go.
I don't know what the holdup is.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you use a jaw size?
Oh, absolutely.
All you guys use it?
Oh, yeah, fuck
use
yeah.
one.
Mine's bloody as shit right now. So.
Yeah, right.
What is it? That thing you put in there, you chomp on it? What is
Yeah.
it? That fucking
Like rubber ball almost.
Really?
Yeah, well, there's ones for the back, and I
I
think
feel like
you
it
use
would
the
hurt
front one.
after a while.
use
You
the
get
front
like
one.
Yeah,
TMJ or some shit.
I suppose once
Actually
again.
helps with TMJ from what
Oh,
I
friends with Dr. Fam. Dr. Fam, hey guys, how are you? Oh, you make the mouth guards. Are you guys here, or because I know definitely some of the boys would love to talk to you about getting some mouth guards done. As a matter of fact,
Shout
Someone
out
a bit of hole in.
Jaws are size.
yeah. So I think
Thank
that
you, sir.
I don't understand why you guys don't have fucking sponsorships running out of the building to help you guys
it would
out.
be crazy.
We do. You just got to go get them, man. I went to the Arnold Classic and I showed up and I told them, "Hey, I'm a Powerslap athlete. I got Super Coffee as a sponsor. I got the Jaws size." Well, I had Jaws size, but I mean, they're out there, man. You just got to go and grab them. You know, but you got to win. You know what I mean? You got to win.
Yeah, you got to have a profile in the sport to be able to get return from it, right?
Right.
Monetary return from the outside. Being a champ and being in the position that you are with Powerslap, how do you find, sponsors? Do they want to come on board with you, and how does it go financially outside when you're not actually fighting?
I think for me personally, it's probably a different story than most. I have a good boot sponsor, the Boot Life. And then obviously Built Bar is a sponsor because a lot of us were able to get contracts through them where you get, a percentage code for having their stuff off.
Yeah.
And they send you a free pack every month or so often. But and then while we're down here, we get the Slate milk, and then of course the Monster and all the stuff that's in the Apex and the PI when we're down there. So that stuff we get to use also. But for our personal stuff, again, I've I haven't gone too far out for all of that stuff because I'm usually working when I'm at home.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to use that regular compared to, trying to get a whole lot of sponsors right now, which obviously I should do and I could do.
Yeah.
But at this point, I haven't reached out as much. But, okay, let me rephrase that. I have reached out and got not as many answers from bigger sponsors than I do from people that are, more of a local type sponsorship.
Yeah, that changes, that grows though. You got to take on those little ones as well. They're always good. Which brings me to today's live stream. Which was I look like I'm cross. When I'm not looking at the wrong camera, I look like I'm all cockeyed.
Well, I mean,
it's a good look.
Oh, okay. That's why.
Been slapping?
No, it is. Today's episode, because I'm looking at myself going, am I cockeyed? Why are my eyes moving back and forth like this today's episode?
Who's our lovely sponsor?
It's proudly sponsored by Muse. Muse is the number one psilocybin-infused products pretty much in the United States. Listen, guys, if you want to open your eyes to a more vivid life, you want to feel a little bit more focused, maybe you want to have a little bit of a enlightened feeling, then I recommend this product. You can go and check it out. The link is in the bio on my Instagram, and you can get a big discount if you go through that link. But yeah,
so that explains Debo.
Very, very, very good product.
Yeah,
I'll neither confirm nor deny it.
I just wondered what the hell was going on there, and then I see that's the beautiful thing about when you microdose, you don't necessarily feel it until then you kind of realize that something's going on, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's right.
Forget about it.
You forget about it, right? Is that something that you guys do you experiment with shrooms, or you live a clean life being an athlete?
No, actually what I do, I do a round of shrooms after a fight because it's supposed to be really good for your brain and rejuvenating the connections and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I myself, I actually, I just do it after a fight. The one-eyed wolf fight, I was knocked out completely during the entire match.
Yep.
So I actually wanted to go on a journey and find out how I was still operating.
And did you go on that journey?
Oh, hell yeah. I looked in the mirror and everything. I saw all sorts of people behind me. I had an army behind me, my mom, my dad, all sorts of spirits and stuff.
Oh.
And
so you went deep.
I was a 7-gram banger, dude.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, boy. We went on that journey, baby.
Oh, okay, yeah, you are a stud. Damn, that made my nipples hard.
The ceiling was flowing. There was a thing on the wall that had like these eyes that were moving back and forth. I'm like, shoo.
And how long does something like that last?
That was a good 6 hours.
Yeah.
7 hours.
I couldn't do that. I'd piss myself. I smoked 2 hits of weed. I'm like,
Hey guys, anyone on this Instagram chat, if you've got any questions for the boys or you want to jump on the chat and say hi, just follow through, okay? So that's interesting. Well, the beauty of me being sponsored by Muse is that I get the opportunity to take care of all my guests that come on the show. So I'll be able to help you out for your journey after your fight, by the way. After the fight. So if anyone would like to, is that something that you do, John? Or are you a clean, healthy guy? You experiment with the natural gifts that have been presented to us on this earth?
I'm not opposed to it. It's definitely, like Ryan said, every so often I see no harm in that, especially when there is a lot of evidence stating that it helps with the cognitive stuff afterwards, especially. So a little dab will do. Yeah, I'm not going on you're
not going on 7-gram banger.
Dragon chase there, but
7-gram banger. That just gives me anxiety even thinking about 7 grams. What about you, G-Bo?
For sure.
How does it make you feel?
I'm having a good time.
You can't, like, Debo could be had a few drinks, he could have smoked a couple joints, or he could just be his normal happy self. You can't tell because he's just got that permanent little boy grin on his face.
Smiling.
Yeah,
I know he's feeling good.
You'll never catch me in a bad mood in Vegas unless I probably lost.
Yeah,
unless you just got screwed out of a fight.
So it would have been a little bit. It would have been a little bit. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. You over that yet?
I was a little hot in here after that one.
I don't even know.
Yeah, you don't even know.
No, still kind of mad, still kind of not. It happens.
Yeah.
He'll be mad until he fights again. Is what it will.
Facts. For sure.
Remember sitting next to John Davis.
And honestly, that's really what it'll be. And I feel like that's just everyone's thing.
You motherfucker.
It's until you're fighting again.
We all got screwed. We all got screwed one way or the other.
What happened?
Am I missing it?
You're not seeing anything? You're not seeing anything?
No.
Are you fucking with me or what? Did you fucking miss? Did you? Do you see anything?
Debo's seeing all sorts of stuff.
Put a filter on it.
Who did that? Ryan, you fucker. Who did that? Seriously, who did it? Who did it? That's really funny.
my
It's
eyes are
fucking
Googling
scary, but
shit.
it's funny. My eyes are going back and forth. That's great.
I didn't, I swear.
Nice work. Who did it?
I didn't touch your phone.
So why the hell?
Wow,
I
dude,
haven't
the
touched your
sponsors are
damn
working
phone.
their damn magic tonight.
They're hacking shit from a distance.
Yeah, okay. So listen, if that keeps up, I literally got to switch that Instagram off because that is scaring the absolute fuck out of me right now. Seriously. Was that you?
No,
Did you
but I see it.
Did you see it?
That's that Muse life.
No, do you see it? Or
Yeah, I
is it
see
just...
it. It's freaking me out, bro. I don't want to look at it.
Okay, so whoever did that, I don't know.
It was not me.
Okay.
Is that part of like your donation?
Absolutely not.
Donation?
Absolutely not. It's got
No.
nothing to do with that. But anyway, today's episode is sponsored by Muse, and yeah, that's really fucking
the
bizarre.
fuck?
No, I don't know who did that. Does that look weird?
Debo, don't show Debo. He's out, bro. He's out.
Marcus, can you explain what is going on? Are you looking at your Instagram right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at my Instagram, and someone has
did an
fucked with a
effect.
filter and is making my eyes go all over the
You
spot.
may have touched the effect.
But why would it specifically be that one? That's weird. That's weird. No, pass that down. Open
He
your
might have
eyes.
hit one of them filtered buttons.
No, I
without
didn't.
knowing.
Open your eyes really. See what I mean? Imagine having that when you've just microdosed. Who did that? They just like kicked right.
I promise. I don't know. I didn't touch your phone at all.
Did you do it?
I haven't touched your phone at all.
No, that's disrespectful.
What the fuck?
It's like a tool filter.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it just happens to be that one. Wow. Don't ever have that filter on your phone.
How much
while you're...
did you guys take before you started the show?
They lost track.
I didn't
I
take
just,
anything.
I just microdosed a little bit, but
I mean,
anyway.
we smoked a lot out before we came in here,
Smoked
but
a couple of.
smoked a
But
couple.
you forgot, and then you did more. You thought, right?
Okay.
work in school.
I don't know what's
The
going on.
microdose 4 grams.
I'm sorry, Rachel, if you heard I smoked also.
Yeah.
my girl gets mad sometimes.
Oh no, Joe didn't.
I work in schools.
He's lying to
so,
you.
Oh, you do? What do you do in schools?
I install shelves.
Oh, sorry.
Fucking school. What are you talking
I only go in when they're closed.
Yeah, that was bad. Sorry, guys. I just
Kill
had to
all
end that
pedophiles.
live. We had about
sure.
Fuck
45 people
Stomp
looking then, but that eye thing was just freaking me out. You work in schools. See, it sounded like he said that. It sounded like someone was throwing their voice. Yeah. So you work in schools?
Yeah, I install shelves.
So everyone obviously has like regular day jobs too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I work at a bar.
You working at the bar now?
I work 50, 60 hours a week.
And what do you do, Joker Slap?
He's the mop.
So before coming here, I actually was 3 years into a cell phone manager. I ran 3 stores. Now I'm transitioning into a union factory job. I'm going to be a machine operator. So
Nice. What about you?
I'm an account manager
You are?
for Nordson. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you fucking with me or are you serious?
He's a
No,
nerd.
I'm serious.
I saw him at work earlier. He's being pro.
I love that.
He brought his
the-
work with him.
Yeah, I'm working today and tomorrow. It fucking sucks. But yeah, the company that I work for has this section of the company has 5,000 accounts, and I just took over 4,000 of them. So
Wow, congratulations.
boom.
almost like the whole company's revenue.
Yeah, that's great. That's great, man. Good for you. Shows that you got brains as well as fucking brawn.
Hey, that's why I'm one of the best, though. It's like I say, it's 20% physical, 80% mental. This game it's people see it and they're thinking the wrong things. It's like I said, these guys have warrior spirits. It's crazy. Like
Yeah. What about you? Yeah. What about you, John? What do you do?
Right now, I make sand molds at Founders Manufacturing.
Oh, casting, right?
And where are you from again? Sorry,
Northeast
Aluminum, steel,
Ohio.
all
from
different stuff.
Ohio.
Yeah, it's like the cast that makes the cast for the casting. It's
Wow.
the very beginning of the process for the casting company
Interesting.
stuff.
That cast what?
Like parts of all sorts of different. I mean, I can't even begin to try and describe because it's just all over the
Everything,
place.
right?
There's
But
a ton of stuff. that's
Before
cast.
that, I was a welder for a hot minute.
Yeah.
So that's,
Oh, you guys are going to have something in common. Then you're going to love his construction out the back. Babyface, what about you, mate? What are you doing these days?
Right now, I'm jobless, but I am
oh damn,
kind of like a pizza maker and cook by choice. Like I want to do that for myself one day.
Oh, so maybe like a food truck. That,
Right.
Yeah, I find that that's a really great business, a self business for people that know how to cook, because people that like to cook are the ones that, you know, a business like that is perfect for you because it's not big like a restaurant. It's smaller, controlled, quality food that you can go around to different places. They're huge here in Vegas, the food trucks.
Yeah, and you're not stuck by location. You can go to where the business is.
Right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just get those.
I got a couple jobs. I mean, I'm a full-time dad and I'm a tow truck driver.
And a husband.
Yeah, soon,
That's a job.
maybe.
Yeah.
We're not married. Not married. I love you, Rachel. But we've been
rough season
It
ahead.
might be starting soon. We might have to soon.
Oh boy.
So you got a couple of kids already?
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Nice. Well, congratulations on that. Do they know what the dad's a power slapper, or are they allowed to
My
watch it on?
7-year-old thinks I'm the most badass person in the world.
That's awesome.
Is he a boy?
Yeah, he actually loves Austin Turpin as his baby. He goes, I don't know why, but he's crazy. I like doing dreams.
It's got to be a pretty cool experience, though, right? To have your son look up to what you're doing.
Yeah, he shows everyone in school me on YouTube. He's like, look, that's my dad.
Does he go like, look at this? Oh,
How's that make you
you
feel?
can't be doing that in school.
It makes me feel good. I mean, I want him to more focus on, going to college and shit, not smacking people when he grows up. He goes, I want to smack people, but I'm like, no, you're going to fucking school.
Yeah, he wants to smack people now?
Yeah.
That's fucking funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got a couple kiddies too there, right, Jack and Slap?
Oh yeah, and all of them are invested. I mean, my
I believe
oldest,
he has 9.
Yeah, something like that, probably. But yeah, my oldest, not. I mean, she supports it, but she's not too she's more
She's not
reserved.
really into
but
it?
my oldest son, yeah, he's everything. Same thing.
How old's he?
9.
9.
Yeah, he's like, Dad, I want to come to Vegas. he's like, but my son's into wrestling, all that, into the sports and stuff. So, but yeah, no, he wants to.
That's awesome, man.
He loves everything about it.
Yeah, I love that. I always wonder how the families feel about, what you guys do, because it's...
My youngest one's been hitting the paddle. Like, when the paddle comes out, he's always get excited.
How old's he?
He'll be 2.
Strap that thing up.
No more. I'm done.
You got it
I'm
snipped
done.
off?
I got 2 and 2. I'm good.
What's it about you power slap guys? You're so fertile.
It is what it is. We just get it out of the way.
You got no kids, right?
No kids. I got no kids.
No kids for you?
No.
I think you're fading a little bit now, aren't you? Feeling a bit tired now?
No.
No?
No, not at all.
You sure?
Oh man, I feel young as fuck.
Well, you are young.
No, I'm not.
How old are you?
40.
That's young.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I thought you were way younger than that.
Nah.
Yeah.
I kind of. I mean, I'm young in spirit,
You're
but
young,
also I feel
40
good
is
though,
the new
man.
20.
I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
young
feel
in
like
spirit.
my shit still gets hard in the morning. We're good.
Are you really 40?
Yeah.
What are you doing over there, Travis? On your knees in
Wake up
front of
with
all these
some morning
men?
wood, that's good,
That's
It's
what,
a good
from a
indication.
porn star. He knows what's up.
You wake up with morning wood, everything's all right.
That's what I'm saying,
I
bro.
woke up with the biggest heart on this morning.
Yeah.
I woke up and I'm floating in midair and it's pointing down like Charlie Sheen from Scary Movie.
I'm sorry to the audience for starting this conversation.
No, that's okay. I just like how he's brought up about his huge cock twice now.
It's not huge.
Yeah.
It's big to me because I'm tiny. You guys think it's
The 2-inch picture over here, bro.
She said she wanted her rough in 6 inches, so I punched her twice. I punched her and fucked her twice.
This guy. So is there a height requirement for power slap?
No, hope to God.
There's you got to be this tall to ride the ride. You got to.
Yeah, it's a regular question,
I mean,
right?
that's a good question.
Yeah,
The nipples have to be above the table.
the nip.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So would you have to say that you're probably one of the shorter guys in power slap history?
I'm the top at least 30 short.
Yeah, you got
Wow.
Jules taller than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's taller than me by an inch, and I'm like 5'6" on a good day. Depends if it's raining or not.
So it's a weight. It's a weight.
I thought you were 5'3".
Yeah, it's weight. It's all weight.
What if you go up to somebody's the same weight as you but taller?
Alan?
And he's
Alan
much
Goodbye.
shorter.
His first
Is that a,
match.
That's right.
a disadvantage for either of you?
He coached the guy I went against for my first power slap, Alan, and the first time I only clipped him with my fingers. So I had to get my belly was literally touching the table as I got
Yeah.
rug burn
Now you gotta
across my
reach
belly from swinging.
versus
The
this
second
guy.
one I was able to crack him, but that's all I got.
Wow.
That's
Because
crazy.
there is a challenge that
Yeah,
rate
my guy
by
I'm going
being
against
shorter.
Friday.
Vertical
he's what,
challenge.
6'1",
Right.
6'2".
Wow.
He's taller than Alan.
Yeah.
But you're same weight at that rate.
Yeah.
What weight class are you in?
Middleweight. He's my coach.
Yeah, buddy.
Wow, look at that.
So what do people have to look out for with this young man?
I mean, like Ryan was saying earlier, and like everybody else has, from the first time you step up there, you learn a lot. It's the same as any other type of combat sport or any sport in general, where once you start doing it, you start learning more and more and understanding how things should go and how it's supposed to go. So his growth over time is, exactly... Not the same OG class that Ryan and I come from, but OGs he's been here for a minute. He answers the call when they need him to. He showed up when they needed for the show, and he put on a show no matter what, win, lose, or draw. He's shown up and done his thing, and honestly probably should have won, if I'm not mistaken, his last fight.
Wow.
Yeah, I lost by decision. I lost like by a point, they said. So
That's pretty.
Oh yeah, you definitely should have. Absolutely.
He clubbed me the first one. I mean, I love Brandon. I give him all that. I'm not gonna talk shit on him. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
but he clubbed
absolutely.
me the first one. He hit me up here.
Yeah, and he knew it too after the match.
I said it on stage, man. He said, "Don't even worry, go back up there." I was like, "All right, cool." So,
Yeah.
Clubbing, huh?
I think that, and quote me if I'm wrong, you can tell what's going to be a decent slap by the sound has got a lot to do with it, right? The sound of the slap. Am I wrong in saying that?
Connection.
The sound of it always seems to seem a little bit different when it's...
Yeah, but it's weird, man. You know, you can have a really hard hand and it'll make a thudding noise rather than a snap. Because, like, that's a lot of, like, loose skin, you know, too, that creates that slap. Also, the person's face, you know, if it's a fatter face, or, you know.
Like with wrestling, a lot of it's, you're just trying to make that noise on some of it with wrestling, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to hurt as bad as if somebody...
Yeah, you'll hear some thudders. Actually, his was a thudder on what's that guy?
Dom.
Dom.
Oh, that sounded like a fucking gunshot. I heard it when I hit. I actually felt bad. I even said it to you too. I was like, "Is he okay?" Because I felt bad. He was flopping around. Great kid, but
it was bad.
He was shorter than me. I got lucky. I got one guy that was like a tad shorter than me. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. I told him, I was like, you better knock this dude out.
Yeah.
And he went up there, and afterwards I was like, you did it.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably just a question that's ignorant to me, but I'm sure a lot of people ask it. Does the sound have anything to do with the ferocity of the slap?
No.
It doesn't?
It doesn't.
You can make someone's ear ring, I think, if they have a cleaner face a little bit more, but that's about it.
That's a disqualification if you hit the ear, right?
Well, it depends. I mean,
half the hand can hit
No, I mean, how big is your hand? If you're
my hand goes across the
if you're
face.
the bell, then the bottom of his hand's going to be right here, and his fingers are going to be past.
We might give Ryan a wet willy Friday.
Nate had his hand on my back.
Nate can grab people like a basketball.
Yeah, his hand was like on my back when he hit me, but it was a perfect shot. It was like
the fingers wrapped all the way around. His hand
it was
that
such
big.
a big head.
He didn't even want to high five you, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna trust him." I was like, "Why'd you trust him?"
Because I said something to him. I was like, "You could do it. You could do it." And I goaded him into it. And afterwards, he's like, "Man, I really didn't want to do that," but he gave it to me. So.
Yeah.
So there's another question then. Is the size of your hand have a lot to do with the success in this sport?
Alex
I would
Asbury.
imagine.
I mean,
I wouldn't.
I want to see Alex come back.
I'd say
I
I
do
wouldn't
too.
think so on that either, because AJ's got really small hands, but he knows where to hit the button.
It's true. And I don't have the big. Well, especially for this division, I mean, I don't have the biggest hand. You know, and I'm knocking guys out, but. I don't know. Nate hit me with a big one, and his hand was, like I said, wrapped around my entire face, and I ate it, and it didn't really do anything to me. I was fine afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, these are the commonly asked civilian questions that people, you know, are curious about. Like, does the size of the hand matter? You know, does the sound matter? But it's interesting to know. What about as far as this might be another stupid question as well. You don't really have to cut that much weight in this sport, right?
I do.
I cut 30 pounds.
Some people do.
I'm still on a weight cut. I got that like 6 pounds left.
Really? So what do you walk around at?
Like 200, 210 almost.
You're 210 and you're 5'2"?
Oh yeah. I'm dense as fuck. I'm a 5'6" angry Italian dude. I am dense.
No, I'm just fucking with you. Okay, wow, that's heavy. That's heavy, eh?
Yeah, I'm a fat fuck.
Yeah,
I'm cool with it though.
Yeah, so the weight cut a struggle for you?
Sometimes not. This one's not. It's going smoothly. It's going slowly. So.
What's your process of that? You don't do it like they do it in the UFC, right?
I sit in the sauna.
That's it?
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Anyone else here have to cut weight?
I did. I cut the first physical I did for this fight, I was at 292, and I'm fighting at 265.
Have you ever had to cut weight for anything before?
Yeah, so I was going to be on season 2 of the show. It was about the same. I cut from 295 to 265, and then the day of my flight, they were like, "Oh, yeah, by the way, never mind." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool.
This is why white people shoot up places.
Jesus
Christ. I got to put that out there.
No, it's not. Slappy, calm down.
I've never once wanted to do that.
No, I don't think...
No, you work at a school already.
Holy smoly.
Right. So you got to have personalities like this in this sport, though, right? There's got to be certain quirky, crazy personalities in every kind of organisation. Who would you think is probably the fucking maddest cunt in the whole of Powerslap?
Oh shoot, I don't know.
Who's the craziest that you've come across?
You were Austin.
I was gonna say he's got to rule himself out.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can count yourself if you like.
I don't know. I'm pretty crazy. I just like to have fun. I like making people laugh, and I don't care if it's gonna hurt their feelings or not.
That's
where I'm at. But I mean, I guess Austin. But Austin's such a great guy. I don't want to even say it because I don't want to give up. Huh?
Dorian's up there
Dorian.
too.
Actually, there you go. Yeah, Dorian. Dorian is probably one of the crazier ones. Yeah.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
I do too.
He's a
man.
beast.
He's coming. He's should be here now. Actually, I need to call him.
We played.
Not here, but
is he in Vegas?
Yeah, he's coming to Vegas. I bought him a rental car to get.
Yeah, he's gonna be here tomorrow, right?
I think he's here today.
No, I'm saying
we got tomorrow. We got a podcast tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I was gonna. I didn't want to do the whole booze and fucking destruction like we did last time that you guys were here. We went through 5 bottles of Howlerhead, 4 large pizzas, 2 cases of Coca-Cola, and the thing is that we went through 5 bottles of whiskey and no one was drunk. No one. Not one of yous. Were you drunk, Tommy? No. But so I thought
there was a lot of big
this
boys.
Guy's been through some good shit, man. He's had the life.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I can't believe I made it through
20 plus years in the adult industry.
Unreal.
Hall of Fame, AVN Hall of Famer.
Unreal.
Banged some of the most beautiful women on earth. Has a zombie apocalypse truck and is now an avid fan and watcher of the beautiful sport of Powerslap.
Yeah.
And you were rather disappointed that we didn't get to go and see it live.
I want to physically be at the place.
Yeah.
Dude, seeing it
in the building.
Seeing it live is completely different.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll get you and you guys in next time. I perform.
That
How
would be
about
wonderful. I would love to be there, man.
Jeez, I was hoping for a second then he was going to say tomorrow night, but I was going to have to go, I can't. I got a fucking live stream I got to do. My sphincter quivered a little bit. Then I was like, oh yeah, I'll go.
Next time. Actually, you know what? Mark it. You guys can have the tickets next time I go.
Man.
So what do they guys hook you up with a couple of tickets while you're here?
So if you're the main event or the co-main event,
you get some.
Yeah, you get some.
Wow.
But I mean, so that is, knock on wood, as long as I'm the co-main or main event. But
you are, right?
Well, for this one, I am.
Yeah.
We'll see next time.
You're the main event.
You're going to be the main event.
Right?
I'm the main event.
You're the main event.
Main.
How's that feel? The main event.
How's it feel?
That's cool.
Feels normal.
Yeah, man.
It feels normal.
Feels like I belong there.
Yeah, that's great. I love
Is
that.
there any like you take a couple ibuprofen before you get smacked in the face?
None of that. I think that's against the rules.
It is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They watch you like a hawk beforehand.
You know what I mean? Like, I know it's coming.
I know when you take a piss,
some
you're like distance
ibuprofen,
your
you know
dick.
what I mean?
I'm like, I couldn't get it out. Like, I'm trying to shake it a little bit and shit.
I piss all over the floor and shower.
And what about like training? I know you're slapping. It sounds like a pad that you.
Well, they use the bob or the bob, which is the shape of the.
And now, is there like a device that you can make that smacks you in the face so you can learn to take it?
It's called getting married or having a
some automatic slapper thing or something that you set up and you set it up and then you hit the button.
Yeah, I mean that's an interesting question.
Just get a buddy.
You load it again.
It's an interesting question that people
funny,
want.
right?
How do you condition your jaw and your neck?
I mean, right? You're gonna
because that's what really, and I know we've gone through this before. How do you condition your jaw and your neck?
Jaws are size.
Wow.
Jaws are size.
Is there any? I mean, you could. There is neck shit. You can
I do bridges.
But that would be the like apart from your shoulder and your shoulders and your back, which is what you use for your upper body. As far as the defense mechanism, it's your neck muscles and your jaw, right?
Neck
your jaw
bridges
strength.
are the best.
You can do bridges.
I mean, look at Mike Tyson's neck. Remember Mike's neck back in the day? It was
his wrestling bridges were crazy though. He would like almost touch his
forehead
and literally do it.
Wow.
Oh, that was yeah.
I saw him a 13-year-old picture recently somewhere on Instagram or something. This kid looked. His neck had no neck at all. Came down from his forehead to his shoulders.
Yeah,
it was
right past the
unbelievable.
ears.
13, he said he was 13 years old or something.
So when do you think that they're going to envelop celebrity Powerslap? When do you think that's going to become a thing? Because I know that we talked about this last one. I think it would be fucking huge. I know you had Poopies from
they tried
Jackass.
to get Poopies, but he pulled out.
He pulled out.
Pooped out.
He pooped out.
Poopies.
Do you think that's something that could possibly become a thing? I mean, I heard that there was Shaquille O'Neal was talking about.
Oh, Shaquille.
Maybe I'll
Charles
try.
Barkley,
I'm not
was it?
much of a celebrity, but I'd give it.
Would you give it a go?
Sure, why not?
Oh shit! Watch out now.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
I'll be like,
Is there an age limit for
afterwards, I'll be
Powerslap? Like, can we go in there at 50?
They're definitely like looking at that, more and more when they recruit people. The age is definitely a factor now.
Yeah, right. Is there like a 2'8", too old?
Well, you know what they're seeing? They're seeing a lot of young guys that are applying, and us older guys are more injury prone.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I'll be 57.
Yeah,
fucking
they
minute.
definitely. If you mess
in a
up,
month.
you don't win. They're probably looking to get the older guys out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, your opponent's what, 23 or 22, and you're 40.
Yeah. I mean,
That's a
Nate was
huge
only
age,
26, and Darius was 22 too.
I mean,
so.
being older, you're a little more fragile, maybe, right? You get
Yeah, I'm
snapped in the
older than
fucking
Nate
chops,
Bernard. That's nuts.
right?
Yeah.
I think older at our age, in our 50s, is older. 40s, I wouldn't say is older. Not for Powerslap.
Right.
I wouldn't say so. I mean, you haven't taken that much damage. Have you ever been knocked out?
I've only been knocked out once in a mosh pit.
That was what I was going to say. In Powerslap or outside of it?
Outside of it.
Ooh, in a mosh pit.
Yeah.
Did you get that on video?
Blindside. No, it was crazy. They stopped the show and they made sure I was all right and everything.
Wow,
I was knocked
that's
out for a
crazy.
good minute.
Really? Who was that, Limp Bizkit?
No, it was a local band. I forget their name. Fuck. First Blood or some shit like that.
Oh, first, yeah.
That sounds like, shit's going down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke my orbital. But,
Holy mackerel.
But I've been in actual fights where I've been punched in the face. Like, I had a fight at a school dance where I got punched in the face 22 times by 3 different people.
And you stood up and did
And I still beat their fucking ass, put them all in the
Wow.
hospital. Then got kicked out of my high school.
Hey, that's what
That's
happened.
good. That was a good, preconditioning for this.
Yeah,
I mean, I've taken hits
Toughened
before
your
by-
face up for
Yeah,
this,
I've
right?
taken hits by some really big guys before.
I mean, seriously.
So
right?
I when I came into this, I had a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
So.
I had my bell rang plenty of times. Motorcycle accident, ATV, car accidents, hitting trees and poles and
Yeah.
whatnot. And I'm surprised I'm
Pain
alive still.
tolerance,
But
that does play into this. I think is pain
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
tolerance.
Yeah.
Because
Getting your bell rung on a motorcycle sucks.
you see the
Yeah.
reaction of some
I mean,
people.
I was in an
fucking-
accident
they
last
don't
year,
like
2
it.
years
it's
ago.
white. You hear this,
Yep.
and it's white, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, 2 years ago, I couldn't even wipe my own ass. My girlfriend had to.
Telling you.
I had so bad road rash, I couldn't move at all.
Oof.
So she used to make fun of me for it all fucking time to bend over.
But you'd still get on that bike tomorrow.
I hopped right on it the next day. I fixed the handlebars,
Yeah,
straightened them
you
out a
gotta.
little bit, and fuck yeah.
You adjust though. Once you have that first match, you adjust for sure.
So what would you say, like, I mean, I know this is another probably obvious question, but people want to hear it and people want to know it from you guys. What are the main injuries that you receive if you're a Powerslap athlete?
Potentially, I would imagine
Eardrum ruptures?
There's been one jaw. There's been quote unquote a hand injury from Paul T.
Soft
The
tissue.
mystery end.
Oh, that was with Frederico, wasn't it?
Roberto.
Paul T.
Right.
Rob-
That's exactly what Corbin would have done if he won the coin
That's
toss.
why I think too. Yeah. We've had orbital fractures. Well, only one really, I think, or maybe two. I would say two.
I think
Does mine
two is
count?
what I've heard
Yeah,
of.
one. He got his.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had one too. So it was two for sure. It was him and what's his
Travis.
face,
And
Travis. Yeah.
specifically, where is that?
Right there.
Wow,
Right there.
crack that fucker.
I think we had a broken finger.
I
Didn't
think
you
it
have
was
one?
Waylon.
A Waylon.
I didn't talk about mine.
The
Yeah.
bicep or elbow. I know a lot
Yeah,
of
the-
people.
Oh, yeah. You overextend.
I had my bicep tendon blow out.
Holy,
That one sucked.
They have that cube at the PI, and they don't warn you when you're hitting it 'cause it's just on a.
Oh, you did at the PI.
oh, fuck.
I did, yeah.
Oh.
I did at the Apex actually.
And then you smack it.
Yeah, you smack
And
it,
it
and
doesn't
there's no
move.
give to it at all, and they don't really warn you about it the first time. So I remember hitting it and going, "Oh, shit,
Oh,
okay,
yeah, that
cool,
sounds like
Don't
that's
do
like
that.
tennis elbow to the next degree, right? You can't even do
Arm
anything when
wrestling
you're.
or something.
Yeah.
So what would you do if that happened to it, like during a fight? Would you just use
Switch
the other
arms.
You just switch arm?
This guy
I know.
right
I
here.
saw that. Yeah. Tell us about that. What happened with your arm, and just tell everybody again. Reiterate what happened.
Powerslap 2 going against Wesley Drain to defend the title. He threw his first strike, landed. I was able to, hang out, go back up there and go to throw mine, and I threw. I caught myself, I think, at a very particular angle, and I dislocated my shoulder when I hit him. It was a real good hit, though, if you go back.
That
and
was a
watch
good
it.
hit.
It was.
That probably won you the match.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
he was rocked.
after that, I had to switch to my left hand, which, in between the fact that my right arm was killing me because I had just popped it out and it went back in, luckily, you know, it was a rough match the rest of the way. I was like 3 inches too far away, and when I go to watch it back, I can hear Bisping even saying, like, if he just took another step forward. But in my mind, I was so worried about making a mistake because I'm throwing with my opposite hand that even though I train it, I don't normally use it when I'm out here on the big stage. That it was time that if this doesn't carry me through, I'm losing, and it was going to be a real shit show. But luckily, I was able to go through and land clean. You know, they might not have been the most power compared to what everybody else was throwing, but also most people weren't putting their shit back together and then fighting 5 more rounds.
Yeah. And he stepped too.
Yeah, there was multiple. There was that, like I said, that whole match back and forth. I ended up with a stepping violation in the very end because shout out to the drunk guy in the crowd who kept going, throw the right, and I threw the right hand again in the very last round to, you know, ended up with a stepping violation because trying to compensate for throwing, a compromised arm like an idiot. But
And how's it today?
Great. You know, like I've told people before, it's a big shout out to Powerslap. They got me taken care of. You know, paid for. Or is covered by the. It's covered. Sorry, I didn't mean paid for. It's covered through the insurance that we have. That to get the rehabilitation done, I did like a month and a half of PT. And then was able to get a stem cell shot in there that really, I think, helped out a lot.
Yeah, I've heard some really, really great things about stem cells. Wow, that's great. Congratulations. Well, I'm glad that you don't have any, injuries because you've really made a mark for yourself in this sport, and you're one of the more recognizable names that people do recognize. And I suppose that's just because of the way that you carry yourself, and also your record and what you've been doing in the sport. What's your goals for this? Is there any more goals?
I mean, ride this out for as long as I can. It's not that I think that I'm never going to possibly lose, because that is it's there. It's on the table at any point in time. My time could be just as soon as anybody else's, but as long as I keep winning, I have no plans on stepping back and taking my foot off the gas. Even on my worst day, I still make sure I'm getting something done that is helpful or productive, or even if it means taking a break, because I will push myself too hard sometimes, and I really, I end up drained in the long run over a bunch of stuff that isn't necessary at that point in time. So
that's
keeping the longevity, I think, is really what I'm trying to go for, again, for the opportunities, not just in Powerslap, but everywhere else that we can get to.
Yeah, and you also, once again, it's growth, right? The longer you do something, the older that you get, right? Are you guys fucking with me over here? Is someone swapping my phone around again? You guys, I'm starting to get a little bit paranoid over here.
No, I'm laughing because that was such a beautiful answer. It's so graceful when I hear the machine talk. It's beautiful.
No, but I like hearing that because people don't get to hear it. You know what I mean? Like people that don't, that just see him on TV.
They don't give us the chance like you're doing right here, right now, for all of us multiple times.
That's why we're here.
You've given people from Powerslap a platform to get out here, and they can realize that we are more than just that clip that you get to see when you're scrolling through your feed. Because no matter what, we all know you're seeing it. You can hate it, you can love it, you can like it, you can post a shit talking comment, but you just helped us move on even more and pushed us even further. If you don't want anything to do with it, so be it. Go ahead. Nobody cares. We don't care. It's not our problem. That's your issue that you want to deal with.
Yeah.
We
I love that attitude. I wish I could get more of that attitude.
That's why I'm happy
Stop
he's
being
my
such a
coach.
fucking pussy when it comes to comments and shit.
And it's this kind of thing, like I'm saying, at my worst times when I'm at home and I am struggling, because I'll be open. Sometimes it's just I'm in a lull right now.
Right now.
Yeah, just being in between fights. I'm lucky that I get to be here to coach, because they could have picked anybody.
And I would like to just piggyback off that. I've just been kind of watching and just being around. Like, he's put in that work. He's made sure. I've seen him. I've heard him make note who was in his corner, find all of his guys in the hotel, ask them, hey, I'm here for you. We're gonna get this done. What do you need work on? Like, he's taking that serious from a. That professional standpoint, champ mentality. He's got his guys happy to be in his corner. I not taking anything away from anything, but whoever my coach is, I don't even know. I haven't heard nothing from him.
Hey, I'll say one thing. I got a dub in John Davis's corner.
Shout out to you, right? I that's the one thing that people even going. I've had people who are my competitors. He's in the middleweight class. He could just as easily be my next opponent as anybody else, depending on how things go. You know, I would never try and have some sort of shady mentality of going up there and not giving someone the full attention that I possibly could. You know, I leave it open because I'm also not going to hound on people as much as I talk shit about running some sort of military operation with workouts and stuff. If someone wants to, if they have questions, if they want to put in work, if they want to do something, I'll gladly find a way, you know, to make the time if I can, and do what I can that not just what has helped me grow, but help someone else be able to push further, because it's all about the competition at the end of the day. If you're not having great competition, you end up in the lull that I was just talking about, where you have nothing at this point, so you just kind of have to hang out and again be grateful enough to come down here and coach and be a part of all of it, when I could just as easily be back at home screaming at my TV while everybody else is pointing and coattail riding and all sorts of good stuff.
Yeah, that just says a lot about who you are, John. Like, and that's the reason why you've been able to get to what you've got to, why you have that champ status, why you have that champ mentality. And, you know, it's good that you feel that way about the sport, because that rubs off onto the younger guys that are coming into it, seeing that, you know, you're not fighting, but you're still being an avid part of it. You're still putting in your input. You're still acting like a true professional. People love that, bro. So fair play.
We all know who the best coach is, though.
I knocked out your guy you're coaching.
Oh, it's true, but he's 0-2.
The best coach is easily Don Staley.
Let's see who the best coach is.
No, it's me, man. What the hell?
I was waiting on him to say it.
Come on.
Who's it going to be?
Now I'm fucking with you.
I've definitely coached more events, but John does an amazing job. And hearing this, it makes me proud for sure.
So, do you think when you chirp, do you think that has any like pull on the judges?
When I start yelling out stuff, yes, absolutely. You saw when Turpin spit in his hand, and I was like, clean that up, and they did it. You remember?
Yeah.
I mean, everything. You can. I don't want to give too much.
I think that's why I lost to Brandon, because I didn't chirp as much until the third round.
Mm-hmm.
So first two, I just took them and walked away. The third one, I was like, "Yeah, got it." I was all happy about it.
Well, I mean, the chirping though, when you're up on the stage and you're talking shit, that gets in your opponent's head, man, big time. Like when I was in. I mean, you saw Darius. Like Darius never acts like that.
No.
But I was so in his head, and just getting him like so emotional that it caused. I mean, I think it caused all the fouls, but I don't know why he was fucking karate chopping.
Yeah, the same Darius I first saw on TV like 2-3 years ago. On slap fight and shit. He's not the same guy.
He's not the same. Yeah.
When it comes to you coaching too, Ryan, I will say, as you were talking about, chirping up there when you're competing is one thing, but as the coach also, like he's saying, he's able to talk about if he sees something that's going on before they can even get to the instant replay, he's talking about it. He's bringing stuff up with the referees. Like he said, the spit in the hand, like no way, he didn't actually spit in his hand, but no matter what.
He did.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He fucking did. Bro, that was really bad. Yeah, I was like, no.
That's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah,
he needs to wipe his hand off.
There was a time actually too, it was pretty funny that I forget who it was that got stepped on. Someone got stepped on pretty bad. Oh, the Rican Rambo with Logan.
Oh yeah.
And
he got stepped on?
Yeah, he got stepped on. Just a twist,
foul.
Big twist.
Should have been a stepping foul.
But stop. I thought you meant like stop. But I was like on stage, I'm like, who's curb stomping?
No. But they didn't call it, and I was like, that's a step. And I looked at Dana. I was like, watch the replay with me. And we were watching the jumbotron, me and Dana, and then you saw his leg was like that, and then they called it, and I was like, I told you. Yeah. So chirping up there and commanding. I mean, even today I was at Nuwu Smoke Shop, shout out, and I just started chirping, and Powerslap may have their own discount at Nuwu. Shout out.
Oh, sweet. See, and that's one of the
shout out Nuwu. I was there too.
That's good. You got to have the gift of the gab like you though as well.
I guess, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure, but I'll do it. Fuck it.
Yeah, gift of the gab helps in especially in combat sports for sure. But I get what you're saying about the lull in between fights, because that happens with a lot of athletes, especially a lot of combat sport athletes. When they're not training or getting ready for something, like you said, there feels like there's a little bit of a lull there. I think the lull comes from that competitive spirit, and that you want to be constantly doing something, and then when you're not doing it,
looking forward to something, right?
Yeah, you kind of feel that you're not being who you are. I noticed a lot of fighters that I talk to from the UFC say the same thing. When they're inactive is when they fucking feel the worst. And that's the same with Powerslap, obviously.
Kind of like that idle hands thing, right?
Absolutely.
We're fighters, man. We're all fighters. Everyone says, or the MMA crowd, MMA fans, which are the worst, saying that we're not fighters, but we're fighters, man. We get up there and we take big, significant strikes. I mean, it's only 3 or 5, depending.
Yeah, but they're bombs.
But they're big old bombs, baby.
Yeah,
and it
right.
takes a certain type of individual to take that and then give it right back.
Do you get a lot of negative feedback from MMA fighters because of what you
Fighters,
do?
no. The fighters, this is the thing with Powerslap. You got to watch it. If you don't watch it,
You don't get it.
you don't get it.
Yeah.
And not only that, but you got to give us a chance. Every MMA fighter that I met may have given me the sourpuss.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but when they talk to me and they get to know me, like we're sitting in the hot tub area with Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill the other day recognized me, took the crown off my head, put it on his. It's like, how do I look? And they're cool.
Should have smacked him and said, "Don't ever touch my crown again."
No, but he's a good guy. But I'm saying he got to know me in the hot tub, and then all of a sudden, two months later, he's like, oh man, he's like, I love it. He's like, you're my man, dapping me up. That's the heavyweight. That's light heavyweight champion,
Yep.
And no, they turn around. Everyone's turning around. You just got to watch it. Give it a chance.
Yeah. Nice.
And that's what I have always said when I've talked about the Powerslap is that it's just one of those things where is it just natural to fucking judge something before you actually sit down and pay attention to it? For me, I'm not like
came from.
Yeah, I'm not like that. Like I would never just throw shit on it without delving into it and
waiting long enough to see it and experience it and take it in and
then
make
what,
it better,
I think, and then once people start to realize what it's about, that's when people become fans. Because once I realized what it was about, I was a fucking fan, and I couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah,
I
same.
couldn't stop watching.
I watched it from I saw clips from season 1, went and watched the show, and then signed up immediately. I was like, I can do that. This is cool.
Yeah. What do you think's been the who's had the? Is it an easy road to Powerslap? Is it an easy road to be a Powerslap fighter?
I mean, people think so, but when they find out that it isn't, that's when you know.
Yeah,
it's really not.
The people who don't take
easy.
it seriously get weeded out really fast.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it was the hardest thing in the world to get here, but once you get here, it's hard. If that makes sense.
To
maintain it.
Getting
you get found out really quickly in this sport, right?
Yeah, I improved a lot. I got knocked out, and the next thing you know, I'm eating fucking bombs going to the side of my jaw.
They're quick to give opportunities to people and really take the risk on you, but half the people they take the risk on, they do it once, realize they're not made for it, and they try to back out of it.
Yeah.
Corey Corbin.
They got number 3.
Yep. We'll see.
He ain't gonna do it. He's gonna pussy.
I don't think so.
My belly hurts. This is exactly what he's gonna do.
I mean, he was brazen enough to get in my face yesterday, though.
Yeah. I mean, that's because he knows you're not going to hit him right before you have a main event fight Friday.
Oh, God, did I want to.
Oh, I know you did.
You should let me do it. I don't have a fight on Friday.
Come on, oh. Oh, yeah, we'll find him. He's hiding in his room right now. He's not coming out.
Hello. For the boys.
He's definitely watching.
He's probably
right
standing in front of the stadium swim window, like jerking off right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Listening
through
to
that
us.
big glass. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's on floor 27 or something like that.
Yeah.
She's on Sassbilly's floor. That's all I know.
Had any of you guys been to Vegas before Powerslap?
Nah, fuck
No.
no.
I've only driven through.
You've never been here before Powerslap?
No, for the qualifier
never
event was the first time that I had ever been to Vegas, and it was
think on
like
a
my
plane,
second
too,
or third.
right?
It was my second or third time on a plane. Only.
God bless.
That was my first time on a plane, Vegas, everything, when they flew me over. And now, this time, I was able to bring my wife, and same thing for her. First time on a plane.
Oh, did
First
she
time
enjoy
Vegas.
it?
No.
She didn't like it?
Nah, hell no. I thought we were going to have emergency landing.
Really?
I couldn't get her to, stop hyperventilate, and I was just about sleeper holder,
Did you put the...
Nah, she ended up pulling through like a champ, though. The rest of the plane, it was just the first flight, and then the rest of the time she did great.
Yeah, you can hold him. You can hold him. Grab one.
It's Batty the Patty.
That's
Patty the
what-
Patty.
yeah, no,
Patty the Patty.
Oh, Batty the Patty.
Patty.
I can't wait to give you mine, bro. Mine's coming soon,
You guys are
bro.
going to make fun of a kid that was in special eds in school.
By
That's
the end
fucked
of the
up. You
month.
guys are horrible.
Really? That's great. So he's got his own plushie coming, guys. You know that? Ryan's got his own plushie coming?
King Slam Buddy?
Yeah, I got Marcus one because I seen him. He always has him in the back. I'm like,
of course,
need one of the King, brother.
Absolutely. I think that they should sell a little bit more Powerslap merch. Actually, where can you get your Powerslap merchandise?
I don't even know if you can right now. Last time I looked it up, I looked up the shop like last week or the week before because my uncle had asked me about it, and they didn't have anything up on the site.
That would be such a revenue, though.
You know that we have the Barefisted merch store featuring John Davis's merch as well.
Ooh, you want to let's give your stuff a plug while we're here, guys.
It's the Barefisted merch store. You just go on my Instagram or go on my Facebook. It's tagged at the top. Go to the link. We have $25 shirts, $40 hoodies with our logos and stuff on them, and they're high quality, man. And they print to order. Boom, gets to you fast. Bang. And then on the Indie Connection, I have my Slam dolls. They're doing that special for me.
And Ryan will also be starting a cameo.
Already started.
Have you got anyone yet?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that big headed, but I like to have fun. You have to have fun stuff.
Of course.
They're not really doing much on their end, so I'm trying to make it fun for everyone.
Yeah, I suppose that was the real goal that me and Ryan had in the beginning when we wanted to do this podcast, was just to be able to give the athletes a little bit of a platform and in a professional setting, because I said it last time and I'll say it again, I don't think you guys get near enough promotion as you should.
I think it does come down to the athlete as well, though, man. I think a lot of the guys are quiet.
That's a good point.
This is a new thing for them. They're kind of shell shocked. The first time he's ever been on a plane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you kind of have to put yourself out there too. And I've been getting a lot of recognition in my local area. I've been on some pretty big podcasts myself.
Seen it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you just got to go for it, man. You got to win. You got to go for it. You got to put yourself out there, and don't be afraid to take risks.
Yeah, that's a great answer. And I suppose we also touched on this last time, but working for someone like Dana White and an organisation like the Powerslap, it kind of puts you at whether you guys think it or not, you are at a different level of. You're at a level of, you're on TV, you're working for the same organisation, Dana White, as the UFC. It's a fucking big deal.
Yeah.
It's a real big deal.
Hey, even today, remember? I was like, oh, yeah, we're all on Powerslap. They gave us all sorts of discounts. I was at UPS. They're like, are you in military or are you, anything like that? I was like, no, but I'm a pro athlete. And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah. And they gave me $7 off my bill.
Oh.
I mean, you can do it.
$7.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
My teacher said I was never going to be anything. I'm like, look, I'm slapping bitches. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. I mean, don't be like.
Fucking teaching the 7th grade. Bitch, I hope you hear this.
I said Slappy Joe grew. I don't know anymore.
Shout out to everybody who told us we'd never be shit. So that's
for sure.
Exactly.
Bitches, you were right.
And that's Slappy Joe, not Sloppy Joe. All right? Let's just get that
not
right.
sloppy.
Say it louder. Say it louder.
Slappy! Yeah.
Hey, these guys at the table, though, they're all stars. You got the stars of the show right here.
Yeah, first of all, I'm just really flattered and grateful that you guys even come in and have a chat. I mean, once again, there's no real structure to. It's just a bunch of blokes sitting around at a table telling a few stories about their life and what they do in Powerslap, and people that watch these things and listen to these things, when they're interested in the sport, they want to know about the guys that they're watching. Right? Sure. You know what I mean? They want to know that you're having a lull. They want to know that you're fucking getting $7 discounts. They want to know these things. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of podcasts. You can come on, you can have a chat, you can feel free. It's the new radio. Really now. I mean, podcasts are the new radio.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You can reach out and tell them that you grew up on an ostrich farm, so that way the whole ostrich farm community can come out and support you.
You grew up on an ostrich farm?
Yeah, I did.
Really? Wow. Did you really?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, right. I couldn't help it.
Go for it.
You grew up on an ostrich farm,
right? I only say that because if people don't take the time to ask, like, what was it like when you grew up, and how were you molded as a person to be able to get where you're at today? It's things like that everyone's going to have some sort of story that they can bring up, and that again ties in the fans to let them know who we are, what kind of people we are, and where we come from.
So, what did you do on that ostrich farm?
I mean, all of
the ostriches.
Well, I mean, I've never met. Have you ever met anyone that's worked on an ostrich farm? I think it's a really normal question.
I just
Can
heard
you
the
actually?
ostriches.
Can you ride? Are they big enough to get on and ride?
But we never did anything like that. It was more so
Because you see that in the TV or movies
yeah,
or
right.
so.
They do it.
This
in
fucking
some
guy
places,
trying to
but-
ride everything.
Well, they're emus. Emus and ostriches are a little bit different. They're the same. They look the same.
John's almost been killed by an ostrich.
Didn't
Yeah,
Australia
that's-
go to war with ostriches?
Probably, dude.
Yes, they
are
did.
okay. So
They are highly vicious. The cassowaries.
Imagine Jurassic Park comes out and you're a kid and you're watching Jurassic Park and you look out your window and you see this thing moving its head around and it's got big long
Dinosaur,
talons
man.
hopping around out in
And
your
dinosaur
backyard.
fucking legs.
Yeah.
They can run over
So-
20 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
and to just getting the eggs was a process all in itself. You know, you have to drill them on both ends to be able to
Size of John's balls.
Yeah, right. That's where it comes from.
Imagine if you ran into like an ostrich in the middle of an alley. Like that's the worst thing that possibly that could happen.
Punch that
probably.
motherfucker in the head because their brain's the size of a pea and they'll go down like a sack of potatoes.
Would they? The poor
I was
thing.
gonna say I'm fighting that motherfucker.
Allegedly,
I'm gonna go
my
after
dad
it.
Right,
accidentally
I'll
did
kick
that
you
a
in the
few
chest.
times.
Do they hide their head in the sand like?
No.
It's like
It wasn't-
No, that's a flamingo, isn't it?
Plus
It's
it
a
was-
movie, you know. They hide their head like they think they're hiding from you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, their whole body's
they
out.
They
I
weren't
don't
able to
fuck with
dig into
birds
the
at
ground.
all. Oh, okay.
Dig in the ground. to
Except
do
for
that.
go birds.
No, I hate birds. Anything,
But you can
anything
eat
but the
ostrich,
eagles.
too.
Yeah, that's what we had the meat and the eggs.
But what does it
Probably
taste like? What does
good.
it taste like?
I mean, it tasted always really good to me. It was a lot like beef.
Gamey,
it
real
was-
gamey.
No, it wasn't gamey like you would really expect it to be.
Yeah.
At least I thought. But then again, I also grew up with trash bags of ostrich jerky in my fridge, so my opinion might be a little askew.
Your jerky's delicious. Venison jerky. I
Absolutely.
eat the fuck out of that.
Now, are you still involved in the ostrich farming?
No, that was more so just a portion of life that, again, I can relate to having to deal with a very different type situation. Again, that is much like Powerslap, where it's a whole different world that you enter into that is now a growing thing compared to, running with wild animals that want to kill you.
I can say this. I think, and I can say this with a pretty much 100% certainty, and I'm sure everybody at this panel will agree with me. You are the world's only Powerslap fighter, former ostrich farmer. I bet there's never been that combination ever.
Probably not.
What's an ostrich?
John's a lot of things.
How heavy can an ostrich get? How heavy can one be?
This was all before I was 10 years old.
So you was-
it's
So they're all fucking heavy.
yeah, I don't remember the
A
details.
full-grown ostrich can be how tall and how
But
heavy? I'm trying to imagine.
the same as you would have for your cows. How there's a breakdown of the cuts of meat. It was the same kind of thing. There was a whole breakdown for it. But
Wow. Well, there you go. That's something that does people know that about you, John Davis? Does people know that
if I bring it up for the most, it's not a common question, but when I like to throw it out there only because you get the same response.
I bring it up
Ryan,
all the
I'd say
time.
Ryan, it's all right.
I bring up my mom leaving me when I was a kid on a daily.
you brought up your 3 perverted uncles before we even met. So
I got one uncle, and I think he's autistic. I'm not positive.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
That means you weren't joking.
No, I wasn't joking.
you weren't joking.
I absolutely was not joking. I actually sort of briefed over it today. When you're a kid and you're that age and you have an uncle rubbing his hard penis against you, you don't know. You don't know that he's being a pervert. You just think this is fucking weird. What's going on? You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that, should you? You know what I mean?
And I feel bad for that. Did you go through that?
Yeah. I went through it, but I combat it with my humour and my resilience. It's something that I would refuse to let affect me.
I'm sorry, man.
yeah, shout out to my mom for leaving because I wouldn't be as funny as fuck. She left when I was like 10 or 11. If she never left, I wouldn't have been funny.
Do you
I'm
think
fucking
that?
funny as fuck?
Do you contribute your
Funny
humour to your
looking.
trauma?
Wait, what do you mean, John?
So the trauma that you went through with your mum leaving,
It made me hilarious, yeah.
it did.
If you don't go through anything bad, you're not funny. You're just a basic, boring person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you. You better go through stuff.
Yeah, if you don't go through anything. Now, if you weren't beat as a kid, you're not
Bring
my
back
friend.
bullying. Fuck these
Oh, yeah,
kids.
kids need to be.
Yeah. Pussies, bring back bullying.
He's going to get back to work Monday and they're going to fire him.
They keep threatening it. We'll see.
Who's in the green room? Is anyone in the green room that we know? Anyone out there?
Your wife, right?
Yeah. And the super fan.
Oh, and
Don Jacobs.
Don Jacobs.
He has I believe, right? It's the largest collection of athlete memorabilia for Powerslap.
Really?
Yep.
So he's the numero uno fan.
Yep.
Oh,
I'd say so.
Maybe we'll have to get him in for an interview tomorrow night on tomorrow night's podcast.
Sure.
We'll for sure bring him in for sure. So is there going to be is pizza and alcohol off for tomorrow night?
No. We're good. We
We weigh in at 9 a.m.
We weigh in tomorrow.
Oh, that's why. Everyone's cutting. I was wondering why there's no food. I'm like,
That's the reason why.
If you get up, Ryan never has to fight.
I'm gonna put. I got
eat
my
in front of all these guys. That's a missed opportunity.
Well, you can thank him for that because I was going to do the same as what we did last time, and he said, "Hey, you better probably ease up."
Call me next time. I'll let you know.
Yeah. Well, he was thinking of you guys for sure. But we can continue the party, the food, and the howlerhead tomorrow night because we'll do a little bit of a promo and get some more people down here.
Dude, shout out.
Shout out to Hollerhead, dude.
So good.
I moon every time I take a sip.
I literally went back home after the season. I said, "This is the best whiskey ever."
Never had Howlerhead.
Then I told the wife, I was like, "You got to
You
taste
never
it.
had
It's
Hollerhead?
banana
No,
whiskey."
no. You grow up.
Bro, Howlerhead
Grow up.
is the shit.
So
It's
fucking
delicious.
I've never had Howlerhead. What are you gonna say?
Howlerhead is the shit. And the fart, bro.
I drink Jack
Hey,
Daniels.
this is my mother. She just FaceTimed him.
Yo, mother!
You raised him right.
Yeah, absolutely.
They said you raised me right, but they've
Marcus
been
is a
heavily.
motherfucker.
Hello, darling. That's my little niece right
Oh, yes.
there. So I'm just going to finish up in this podcast, and I'll give you guys a call when I get out of here.
Yes.
We sold them out of it. Love you.
All right, Mom, we got to talk about this brother of yours now.
All right, love you.
Damn, I thought I got
Actually, no, it wasn't my mum. Did you just say that?
that was dork. I was like,
Oh, was that you that said it? Why am I getting your voices fucking confused? That's funny. It wasn't my mother's. It was. It was
dork.
It wasn't my mother's.
I'm saying.
No, it wasn't a uncle. It wasn't a brother of my mother or father per se. It was, it was one of those.
Oh, a family friend is worse.
A family friend slash uncle. Yeah. But anyway, let's not get into my childhood trauma. Let's just talk.
Smokes.
Let's just for everyone that's fighting tomorrow night. Let's just give a little bit of a
Friday night.
Friday night.
Not tomorrow.
Friday night. I've got the fucking nights mixed up again. Friday night. Where are you at mentally compared to your last fight? I know, coming off a loss can, it can be something that will play on your mind. So,
Nah.
or not.
No.
Where you at right now?
Not at all, because I still won in every facet of that, other than the record part of it.
Yeah.
In myself and everything. And to answer that, I've grown tremendously. I know what to work out. We worked on it. But I'm coming here to climb it. Put the statement on. Add more spark to the division. Give Davis actual competition.
Let's go.
So. Respectfully too, not behind a keyboard.
Fuck John Davis, that bitch.
Yeah, like I also am not gonna be. I'm not gonna be
He's
that
the
person.
nicest guy alive.
Joe, shut up.
As they
Shut
refer
up.
to him.
No, but I'm not gonna be that person that comes out and is behind a keyboard and is preaching a bunch of shit that they're not gonna do.
Yeah.
So I don't believe in that. I believe show up, show out, and if you're gonna type something, make it the fucking truth. Make it that whether you've already done it or you're going to do it.
So after your victory on Friday night, who do you want after that?
I could see myself going who they have sitting in the wings right now. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Where you at for this weekend? You seem really relaxed, and you seem like you're having fun. That's obviously your personality. I like that. Any concerns or is there something particularly that you focus on going into this fight?
No, I'm going to eat his shit and win.
Yeah.
That's what I'm planning on doing. I mean, I heard the next card might be in Hawaii, and I'm not sending the Hawaiian back to Hawaii for the card, so I'm taking
Did they get a sanction in Hawaii? I know we have
Apparently,
it in,
that might be the next card.
I heard that it was.
Florida.
Yep, and I heard also it was in Hawaii as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, I don't want him being on that card, even though he's Hawaiian. So he's a nice guy, but I'm definitely going.
Zane?
No, Zane. No, his name's Keely.
Okay.
Keely, the chief. That's I don't know. I know I can't pronounce his name. He's actually a nice dude. I was sitting within the sauna with him and talking to him.
Yeah,
he
he's a
ain't
nice guy.
disrespectful at all.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
John says,
Yeah, John on the other hand, he want to bite him. Like, meow.
Johnny, woo, he's talking shit.
I didn't say nothing.
Babyface, where you at, brother?
At least not that they acknowledge.
Fully confident, but it's because of the hard work that I've been doing in the gym with my trainer and stuff. really did a good number on giving up the booze since New Year's.
Congratulations on that, man. Good
Nice,
for you, bro.
brother.
Good for you, bro. Good for you. That's not a fucking easy thing to do, so good for you, mate.
Blackburn champ.
I mean, one fight at a time.
One fight at a time.
That's it, right?
He's a beast, man.
I like that.
I love it.
I can't wait to see you fight, and hopefully, because we're doing the live stream from here on Friday, you can pop in and out, pop over. And when's your fight? Is it early in the night?
No, we're the prelim main event, so I think it said it's like 8 o'clock, something like that.
Nice.
Which is a cool bump up for me because
Yeah, man.
It's like 8:40.
Good for you, bro. That's awesome, and I'm really happy that you're off the booze. That's a huge step, and that's only good.
That's
things.
a victory.
Only good things can come out of that. Trust me.
Right.
Only good things can come out of that. And as you said, one fight at a time. It's the same with the booze. One day at a time. Just build that fucking clean time up, my guy, and you'll be sweet. Where are you at mentally this weekend that you're not fucking getting up there and doing your thing? Are you just?
He still is. He's coaching.
But I'm saying you're going in there with that mindset for your boys.
He's at war.
Does it feel different being a coach than getting up there and doing the thing?
For me, honestly, I'm more anxious as a coach.
Wow, that's
because when I'm up there, it's on me. It's on me all day up there. There's no one I can point to. There's no even with having a coach. In my mindset, when I'm up there, it doesn't matter. Only because, yes, I need their help when going through the process. But when I'm up there, it's just a whole different thing.
Yeah,
it's a whole nother level of just being up there and almost completely lost in the tunnel vision for what's going on at that point in time.
Well, I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate the knowledge that you can drift off to these guys, because having someone like you who's obviously a consummate professional and knows a lot about the sport is only an advantage for these guys. So I appreciate you coming in today. Tommy Gunn, what have you learnt being here today with these boys?
I'm sitting with winners.
Yeah. I like that. You're sitting with winners. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Not wieners, winners.
What did I say?
Mr. House.
Yes, sir.
Where'd that name come from, first of all?
So it was a nickname my dad had whenever he was in high school.
Nice.
And then it was one of the things I never really acknowledged. And then as I started wrestling, other people were like, "Fuck, you're about as big as a house, huh?"
Wow.
Usually when there's a little while where I was walking around right around 300 pounds. So.
Well, it's not because of your last name, right, Housley?
I mean, yeah, good combination of both.
And where are you at mentally for this weekend? How are you feeling, and what's your goal?
My goal is to win.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's always got to be everybody's goal. Just kind of win, get my name out there more, get some of this wrestling shit going some more.
Yeah. Well, good luck with everything, and thanks for coming in and having a chat. And I hope you can pop in tomorrow or over the weekend while you guys are here.
Yeah, for sure. Check out my Pro Wrestling Tees website, prowrestlingtees.com/Cooper Housley. Got my cool little Monster House shirts.
Nice. That looks great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Future champ.
Yo.
What do we got? What do you got for me?
I mean, I feel electric, man. There's just all sorts of fireworks going through my veins right now. But honestly, once I get on that stage, I'm not even there. So I just leave it all up to that. It's crazy when I'm up there, man. It's just different. I don't know who I am anymore.
I love that. And that's how you are, eh? It's fucking great to watch.
Yeah.
It really is great to watch. And it's great to talk to all you guys. And you know, my little mate, you haven't told us what's going on. He hasn't said a fucking word the whole podcast.
The power is on.
Dragon, nobody knows.
What are you feeling for this weekend? Are you feeling?
Dude, I'm just excited for a bunch of my boys to go out there and fucking get shit done.
Yeah.
Like Blackburn, I've been wanting to go against him for a while, and now he's got a true opportunity to fucking set his nuts on the table and prove to people that he's a fucking badass, because he doesn't get a lot of fucking like push from the socials that like he should with his record, but it's good. Like, there's a lot of fucking great matches on this card. Like, I'm excited for a lot of people.
And are you guys also excited about UFC 300 this weekend as well?
Dude,
I mean,
I'm ready to cry over that Gaethje Holloway match.
That's the one that's been talked about quite a lot, guys. But there's a lot of good fights. I'm looking to see Cody Garbrandt get up there and do his thing. The Zhang Wei Li, the two Chinese girls against each other. I think it's going to be great. The main event, the co-main event. I mean, every single fight. Kayla Harris coming in. Fuck. Holly Holm.
Yeah, dude, that's a big fight.
Dude, this is going to be...
Are you guys going to be in town on Saturday night?
Hell no.
They're flying us
they hate
all out
us.
Saturday morning.
I will.
We're expendable.
You'll be here Saturday night? All right, so we'll have... Well, whoever is here on Saturday night, we need to work out where we're going to watch this UFC 300 card, because that's a definite must. Well, once again, we're going to be back again tomorrow night, and we're going to be doing this again. This time we're going to have some food. We're going to have some pizzas and some
Facts.
I'm about to eat
bit of Howlerhead
Tebow.
whiskey, and we'll abuse the muse and have a little bit of fun. Once again, guys, thanks for watching the live stream. Thanks, Joke, for getting all these boys
Thanks
in
for
here
having
again,
all of us
man.
again. Like I said, it's an honor for all of us.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Out of it. This is so cool.
Yeah, thank
Yeah, and we'll be back again tomorrow night, guys. So if you want to chime in, and I'm gonna drop a few promos for a couple of competitions. So if any of the fans want to come down and say g'day to the boys, we're gonna do something during the day tomorrow for the I believe the podcast at 7:30 tomorrow night.
You get a free slap from me.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, fuck, we're gonna have them lined up out the door. As a matter of fact, there's a few cheeky fans in the green room right now. Let's go in there and slap some fucking heads, right?
I'm gonna break some necks right now. Let's go.
That's what we got, guys. Thanks for watching the live stream. Everyone, turn around. Look at this guy right there. This is Marcus Deegan with the boys from Powerslap 7 live and free on Rumble this weekend. Let's go. We're out. Yeah. The Marcus Deegan Show.